Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so I'm a manager for
We
a
are
landscaping
live.
company, so I kind of know know and understand the processes of business.
Baby!
Right. Yeah,
Hi!
100%. I gotcha. I
She's
gotcha.
waving to me.
So basically, kind of like how I do everything. I kind of see what's sold nearby, and see what
Right.
everything's kind of like going for, and that kind of like determines basically I know the Springs very well. I've done a couple deals out in Pleasant Valley. I've done a couple deals near UCCS. Um,
Someone
all
about
that
to kiss
and
her.
it's I mean the Springs are like I know it very well, so I'd be able
Raise
to
the
get you a
roof.
legitimate
Raise the
offer
roof.
and see if you would accept it. Like you bought it for 180. I would assume
I'm
I
probably
mean,
so
you still probably have a
distracting to
mortgage right on it,
Alonzo.
Yeah,
but
I want to
probably
say
not
it's in
much.
the 150 something, I think.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay,
Let's
cool.
give this a
And then if
share.
you were to accept the offer, how soon would you look into close?
I mean, all we need is a little bit of time to. Uh, Again, that's why I was kind of asking what your process was. So, does the house have to be like? Because I know some guys. Uh, Hold on, real quick. I apologize.
No, you're all good.
He comes back. I guess my kid's school has a gas leak, and they're having us pick him up early.
Oh, geez. Oh, that's
But
not
I'm
good.
already on my way, and it ended before I got to it. So if he calls back, I'll answer it. What was the question? I'm sorry, that threw me off.
Like,
Oh, when will we move out?
yeah.
Well, um, what do you guys like to see? Because I'm kind of flexible. I understand you probably want to get it going and get ready for spring and turn it. I get that part of it.
Yeah.
And then as far as you still have to have work done and all that kind of stuff. The only thing we really need is time to find something, because we don't have any family up here. Although we do, we have one cousin, but not that's going to take all of us.
Right.
And then, honestly, we try to rent something for short term until we buy something.
No, 100%.
Smaller. So I'm not saying, we're going to need it for just enough time to get into another place, which we shouldn't have. We shouldn't have any issues at all.
No, yeah, totally. Okay, cool.
So maybe within 30 to 60 days.
30 to 60 days, that would definitely work. Yeah, 100%, that would definitely work. Very cool.
And do we got to get some people? In fact, my neighbor just dealt with this with his house. The one he's doing is like he's got to be out next week, and he only takes what he wants, leaves everything else behind. Obviously, that probably incurs cost, and
Well, so basically, what we do is we'll take care of all the closing costs, and usually I've done this before. If you need help in the process of moving, we have movers that that don't charge much and that are a lot less expensive than your typical mover.
right.
Or some of my team guys, if we want to get this thing together and get it rolling, one of my team guys, we could definitely pitch in and help without any charge. We definitely offer that. We've done that in the past, so that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do to get the deal done. And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking for another project in the Springs. I haven't bought in the Springs since September of last year, so kind of definitely looking for another one, most definitely.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and that's the reason I was asking is because I guess the one he did it with, maybe he's, I don't know, but I don't know how he operates, but he's like, just take what you want, leave the rest, we'll take care of it. I don't know if that's just his way of getting them out of there quicker. Or,
yeah,
I don't know.
No, totally.
So that's why I was kind of asking, how much I need to. Obviously, time will kind of, or the process will involve, work, having to do what I can on the weekend and all that kind of stuff. So.
No, right, totally. I gotcha. All right. Well, what I'm seeing right now is I'm kind of seeing a range, and some property I've seen sold for like 340, up to like that 363 mark. It's kind of what I'm seeing sold that are somewhat nearby. Red Cedar Place, Glendale Street. That's kind of what I'm seeing over kind of by your area.
Yeah.
And then obviously, your property's what, a 1,700 square foot home. So basically, I mean, I would rough it. I have to, I get contractors out there and stuff like that if we could, coordinate to that. But with a typical rehab, for this 1,700, we probably looking to spend. I mean, to do everything, windows, flooring, brand new kitchen, and then also what I like to do is, I kind of see the kitchen, and it's really not much of an open layout. I kind of like to see what I could do to make that happen. That's what I tend to do with all of my, major remodels and stuff like that. So I would most definitely look to spend upwards to 60 to 80 grand in rehab. Just kind of
How
basically
much? I'm sorry.
60 to 80,000, and then
Yeah.
it also depends on is the roof in good condition? When was the last time that was replaced?
I had the roof done twice. Those, I don't know, I forget where you said you're from, but we had a couple of years where we had bad hailstorms.
Yes.
And I want to say I had it done one year. The next year we didn't have it done, and then the following year we had it done again. But we haven't really had anything significant since then. And I want to say that was maybe 2020, 2021, if I had to guess.
Okay, I got you. 20. Okay, so it's fairly new.
Yeah, and I just had the water heater replaced.
Water heater replaced.
Furnace, the furnace is newer.
Furnace is newer. Perfect.
Tell you, the other thing that's just coming to me is when we moved in, the garage door fell.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't know if it was just set up to.
These are
9,
Yeah, 100%.
4, 9.
So I ended up paying like almost $1,000 to have the rollers, a motor put in, all that stuff. But the boy, something and kind of bent it. So I haven't even tried to open it. The couple of rollers fell out, I noticed. So I'm like, I ain't doing that. It's only me. I ain't going to be able to get it back up. So I'll just leave it.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Yeah, it's stuck open,
Yeah, 100%. No, 100%. I got
4, 1, 9,
Cool.
6,
So I mean,
4, 9, 8, 1 is not available.
Anyway, I mean, honestly,
Hi, this message is for Patricia. Hi, Patricia. My name's Samson.
when putting mirrors on the wall was a thing.
yes.
When you walk into the left, you either you go downstairs, and on the right you go upstairs. You either go up or down.
Yeah.
That whole wall where you go down is mirrors all the way up to the ceiling. So that's the stage of where it was when I bought it.
Okay, I gotcha.
Mirrors on the wall stage.
I gotcha. Okay, cool. I want to make a fair deal here, and I want to do something that's definitely a win-win for both of us. In terms of price, so I'm kind of all in. I like to be conservative, and I like to call if everything's done, it could be worth upwards from 330 to 350 is kind of what I'm seeing. And then when I see, I look at days on market on other properties, see how long they tend to sell.
Right.
It's usually an average over 120 days. So that's what, like 4 months, I would say, around there. So I always conclude holding costs, with a 4-month frame. It could definitely, it could go higher, but I'll just stick with that 4 month. So, holding costs, with realtor, I'm gonna put it on the market after the flip. Usually takes me like with this one, it'll probably take me about like 3 months to completely redo this one. 3 or 4 months, I would say, and then hopefully put it on the market by June, July, I would say. So basically, in terms of price, I mean, what can we come down to, to make this a win-win?
Right.
What would you think? Because I think most definitely is what I'm kind of seeing. I'd have to talk to my partner about it. I'll definitely be in that lower 200s, but I'm not too sure where exactly. Is that something you would consider?
I mean, it's something I consider. Obviously, where it at least pays it off and then gives us some money, like you said. But I totally get you got to have room too. You're not doing it for nothing. So
No, 100%.
I get it. But yeah, it's definitely something that we can look into. Obviously, it's a house I want to run by my wife as well. But yeah, it's definitely something I'd consider. I know the guy next door did his, and he says he got 250, but his house is smaller than mine. I don't think he did.
250.
I think he's just kind of blowing a little bit of smoke.
Do you know that address? I can actually look up public record on it, and I can kind of see.
It's right to the west, right next door. I don't know. One house to the west.
Okay, I'll have to look at that in a minute. Okay. When are you gonna be able to talk to your wife by chance?
I'm headed home now.
Okay. Here, let's do this. Talk to her. And then I could give you a call back in the next, probably like around like 6 o'clock. Does that work?
Okay.
Perfect. I'll definitely have to see if we can figure something out, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate you. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
How do you think that call went?
Yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. He owes like 150 on his mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
and his property is worth about like I could say 350 exact, and he's about like 60 to 70, maybe 80, depending on what the rehab is looking like. But he knows I want to make money, which is a good sign, A lot of sellers don't tend to, look at that side, of an investor perspective. So definitely very good. Definitely very good.
Okay. By the way, I'm Ashley. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you as well.
So quick question. What was his urgency in selling?
Relocating. He doesn't have much
Okay.
family here, and his kids moved out, and he doesn't need all that much living space, which is about 1,700.
Gotcha. Okay. And when did he buy the house?
He bought the house in 2017 for 101. Bought it 2017 for 180.
Okay. And how much is left on his mortgage? You said 150?
And I'm thinking if I could get it locked up between 200 to 210, I could sell it for 230, 235.
And what'd you say the retail on it was?
350.
350 with 80K rehab?
No. Hold on. I did that wrong.
I was going to say.
Hold on. So for the spring, this one, okay. 350. Okay, so I was like not necessarily being completely real with him. I mean, there's properties that are dated that are going for 350, but the properties that I've seen that.
Do you want to just put the address in the chat, like the private chat?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Me and Caesar can take a look at it real quick.
Where's the chat at?
So just hit the private chat on the side column.
Oh, studio chat. There we go. Perfect. So there's like properties that are not fully rehabbed that are going for 350, but then the properties that are like completely, redone, remodeled, pretty good finishes, they're going for a 410, 413. But the 413 is my highest one. But I'm seeing a lot of.
Got to be conservative, though.
We got to be
Remember.
very conservative. Yeah, 100%. So I'm thinking 413, and it has a newer roof, but it definitely needs a complete interior upgrade. And
what's holding him from selling on the open market? Did you ask him that?
I did not. I did not, because he knows it's an investor type of buy.
That's fine.
I wouldn't think
I just didn't know
he
if you
would
knew.
want to pay an agent just to put on the market. He possibly could get more on the market, most definitely, from just like a regular retail buyer. Somebody probably buy it at like 300, I would assume, as a retail buy for the proper, the condition it's in right now. But I don't know.
Hey, what's up, buddy? My name is Caesar, by the way.
What's up, Caesar? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. What's your name?
Lonzo.
Can't see. Lonzo, what's up, man?
What's up?
I came in pretty late on your call, so
Oh no, you're good.
you want me to comp this real quick?
That's what I'm doing too. Yeah, go ahead,
input?
Caesar.
Yes, you can comp it. I think I had one that was. Let me look. You'll probably see this comp come up. 3865 Rose.
So are the pictures pretty accurate to what it looks like now?
Yes, I asked him
online?
that. Yes, I asked him that.
Okay.
Yes.
And you said it needs a new roof?
No, he did the roof. He said back in 2021. He said that's all good. He replaced the furnace, and the water heater very recently. Electricals are good. Plumbing's are good. I wouldn't assume there's any foundation, but I'll probably follow up with that, just to make sure. And then kind of go from there.
So the condition is pretty good, you said?
Condition's pretty good, but very dated.
Yeah, I see that.
How dated? Bro, you might actually have a fucking good deal here.
Yeah, it's pretty dated, but yeah, because I'm looking at a pretty freaking phenomenal comp right now that they made it look like it was redone by just like, they didn't do much to it. They just painted it and like it's still pretty dated, but they got almost 500,000 for it. Yours is a 3.1.5, but this one's a 3.2, but it's literally 0.6 miles away. That's the most recent sale that was literally like a week ago.
What was the address?
Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Cool.
You only have 4 comps that you can really look at here. And they're all pretty good.
We might be looking at the same one. So look at this one right here. This is one of the most recent sales. It was just last week. It's less than a half a mile away. It's not far at all, actually. So I think the downfall with that comp is I think it's a little bit more secluded, so I think it gives it a little bit more value, but not much.
I mean, we're at 3,100 square feet.
So you could be pretty right on point with what you had for your number.
Yeah, I would rough it from like 400 flat. I mean, this other
might even be a little bit higher, like 425.
It could be.
Caesar can tell me if he disagrees.
Is there another comp you guys have for that one? Because I'm seeing.
I'm not even looking at ARV. I'm just looking at CMB.
So if you look at that comp I just sent you, did you look at that?
Yes.
Okay. So with that though, that one's a full brick. Well, not necessarily. I see a lot of siding still on that house underneath the windows and everything. Yeah. There is a metal roof, so you got to take that into consideration. I would be comfortable putting you in ARV spot like 425.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could score this in the low 2s, I think you have a deal for sure. And especially it's in a great area.
Yes, it is. And it is in a good area.
How long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing, I could say I got started back in April of 2024.
Okay.
April 2024.
So you're not a baby at this.
No. I definitely work with a lot of people. I have a lot of buyers, and a lot of buyers, like when I've sold deals before, they go higher than what I like ask them for usually on some of my deals. But then I also have a good buddy that's friends with my dad. He's an agent and he helps me out, and he was the one that really got me into it. And yeah, I mean, I've just kind of
that's amazing.
But yeah,
I love that. Okay.
Yep. It's going pretty well.
So Caesar
Alonzo,
just sent you a
do you have
comp in the
buyers there
chat.
already or no?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of buyers from
In that location?
yes.
Okay, cool.
So you're
Well, if you need
golden.
one, let me know.
You said what?
I said you're
So
golden.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Yeah, this one's a great comp. This is a really great comp. Yeah, and like if it just needs a new roof, what Caesar just sent you is freaking smoking perfect.
306. Let me see.
I really wouldn't expect anything less from him.
I think if it looks like that house, as far as condition goes, it's a great wholesale deal at 200.
Mm-hmm.
You lock it up at 200, you wholesale it to a wholesaler at 217, and they'll make $50,000 out of it. They'll
You
put it
mean
on the market for
317?
like no. If someone buys this, if your subject property looks like this property as far as condition goes, then it'll just be a wholesale. So
Gotcha.
in other words,
Yep.
whoever the end buyer is, they're gonna put it on the market for like 310, for example. So not even fix it, just put it on the market for like 310,
just take it down.
320.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, and so that means they'll buy it off of you for about 217, 225 tops.
Well, I think
Right.
that's
Quick
about what he was
turnaround.
going to lock it up for. So
So
he
this
was
one
shooting
sold
below
for
that.
348. This one sold for 348. I'm trying to see. Does it have a garage at all? I don't think it does.
Yeah, it sold for 348, but it sold for 348 back in March.
It does have a garage. So if you look at that front picture, like where that big tree is, you can see something right there. Unless that's a house in the back, but I think that could be a garage. Let's look
I'm
at
trying
the.
to. I'm trying to figure. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
I'll look.
Because a garage in the Springs, it definitely matters a lot, from what I've previous experience.
Well, does yours have one?
Yes, it has a 2-car garage.
Oh, well then doesn't
Yes,
matter
so-
then. You're good.
Yeah. So like that's what I'm thinking. ARV wise.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
wouldn't
think
Not
be
even
looking at
necessarily
ARV.
ARV, just like Caesar said, if you wholesale it, just
That's
take
true.
it down.
Yeah, that's
I'd be
true.
looking at current market value. Forget
No,
the
100%.
ARV.
100%.
Your current market value is going to be far more powerful than the ARV.
Absolutely. And so it really just depends what direction you want to go with it, right?
Right.
Are you in this area?
I live more than metro area of like Denver.
So how far are you from here?
From about an hour.
I mean, I personally would freaking take it down myself if I was that close.
Oh, 100%.
And if your dad's an agent, like really? You know what I mean?
No, it's my dad's friend. My
Oh,
dad's friend's an
gotcha.
agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think you could get it. I think you got a deal here.
Yeah, see, look, take a look
Yeah.
at this. There's
I hope him and his wife are on the same page. Because I'm like, I would have gone through with him and talked to him more, but I just wanted to hear his wife's perspective when I call him later. So, yeah. Give me 1 second. I will be right back.
Yeah, I found another comp. Definitely
Your original one that you pulled up is like they're like brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
They look almost identical. All right.
All right, let me buy some leads.
Yeah, I already got some, so I'm gonna start hitting up the dials.
Oh, my back's getting.
Shit, I was muted and I was talking to you. Caesar, tell me how you would pronounce this name in the chat. Would it be Shuana? Shuana dance? Do you Shuana dance?
That's what I would say.
Shuana call the lead? All right, I'll stop, guys. How would you say it? Did you look?
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear you. So, Shawana? Shawana sell your house?
That's right. That's exactly what I would say. Hey, Shawana, just calling. Shawana sell your house?
Oh, oops. Who called my lead? Oh, fuck you. Oh.
What is it? Free demo 80 today?
Really? Dude. I'm really gonna freaking shoot this kid. Dude, you called my lead. I'm live right now and everyone can hear me yelling at you. If you screw this one up, I'm going to smack you. It's a good lead.
Are you talking to Andy?
No, Ofek.
I'm just kidding.
He's typing right now. I can see his. Oh, he just got off the phone. Let's call him. Let's see how he did. Let's call him. It's Ofek. He's on my team.
Hey,
Dude.
I didn't see that you put yourself as the owner.
I know I didn't put myself as the owner, but I thought y'all knew I buy leads on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
No, I saw just a message anytime, and I was seeing that no one called.
No, I'm not really. I'm mad, but I'm not really that mad. You're good. How'd the call go?
Yeah, I told her that you're gonna call.
Oh, I was joking, Ofek. Oh, come on. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I was really joking. If I just wanted you to do good on the call. What did it seem good?
What a dickhead.
She wants retail price. She wants 360 on that, and that's.
Well, yeah, because if you read the so this was the thing, right? I bought it. She hasn't owned it that long, so I was gonna go on as a sub too. Did you?
Yeah, she have a mortgage of 283.
Yeah. So did you try to do a sub too?
We just spoke about the house. She told me she put everything new, and I was about to pitch the sub too, but I told her my partner gonna.
Oh, I feel so bad. Go call one of my other leads that I have assigned to myself. But so there's a couple that are listed leads, but that I like those because you can probably try to go in for sub 2 or something.
Yeah, I got one that they have 2 houses listed. They open through seller finance, but he want too much, and they need so much work. But yeah, there's tons of leads here, so I'm on calls from the morning. So
awesome. Do you want me to buy you some leads? You want something like for in an area?
I actually have a really good buyer, a really good one. 2, one in
Where?
New Jersey and one in South Carolina.
All right. Any area?
I will send you that if you want in the text.
I wish I would have known that because I had a deal locked up. Well, I have one in New Jersey right now locked up.
Really?
I do. Yeah.
Let's see what we have here on the.
So it's Michael. Hold on. I'll give you the address. You can tell me if it's something.
Yeah, my guy's at GC. So
if you guys are on a call, by the way, unmute yourselves. I mean, I'm sure people don't want to listen to me chat, but I mean, this is good. This is the game, right? I'm talking to someone on my team. I'm trying to line up some, it's called reverse wholesaling. You buy leads in the areas where you have buyers lined up.
And now you know how much of a D-face is Ashley.
I know. You guys, I was just joking with Ofek. He knows it. As he hung up with the lady, he's like, "I gotta go. I wasn't supposed to call you."
I was like, shit, I called your lead. Oh my god.
No, I didn't assign it to myself. You're okay. I didn't have time. I was like, it's not a big deal. I'm really not mad. And hey, you called
Obviously
my
it
leads
is.
that have been assigned to me. Me and Andy were looking and it showed you called. And Andy's like, "Why the heck did Ofek call? Is that your lead?"
Yeah, when I see that I call a lead and I see that it's on you, I immediately hang up. And I'm like, shit, okay, I'm going to move to the next one.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know it's okay. So this one I know is right on the water. It's 2 lots.
So Waukegan.
53. Let me see.
I don't think
Send me a map
so.
today.
So
Send me today the areas that he's buying. Let's see if that's one of them.
okay, so the one that 53 Creek Ave, is that what you were looking at?
Yeah.
And Fortescue? Yeah. So if you could get me an idea if he wants that, where I gotta be. I have it locked up at 80. I do think it's a teardown. But there's 2 lots there. I don't know. I think I am too high, but I don't know.
We'll ask him.
That one was a tough one.
Yeah. I sent you 2 pictures right now of the areas that he's circled around. In this area, he's looking to buy 6 to 7 houses right now. Like, he has his construction guys ready to go. He told me, just if you have any leads there, I will go there. I will tell you exactly what I'm willing to pay, and you can lock it up and,
How far is it from Fortescue?
Let's see. I'm gonna take it.
What about Atlantic City?
Atlantic City. I have no idea where is that, to be honest. Let's see.
All right, Stony Brook, Brentwood, Long Beach. So you want shit on Long Beach. Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you know the area?
Yeah, I mean, it's Long Beach.
Yeah.
They got their own little country over there.
Yeah, he's a really good buyer that I know. And one in South Carolina, also in Columbia area.
Columbia. Oh, not that Columbia. Sorry.
Yeah, anything like 40 minutes from the city is buying.
Perfect.
Hello.
Hey, is this Jason?
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, I was calling about 1628 East 6th Street out in Pueblo.
Yeah.
Are you still consider selling it by chance?
No.
No, not at all. Hello?
I was just offered 62.5 for it, and I said no.
Oh, you're just offered 62.5 for it? Okay, I gotcha. Are you willing to sell if you get the right price?
Yeah.
Okay, and what is that right price?
70,000.
70,000. Okay, gotcha. Let me see. Is you currently occupy this property or is it vacant?
No, I occupy it.
Okay, gotcha. And then type of, in the interior wise, is it dated? Does it need to be, fully gutted, or talk to me?
No, it's in great condition. I just had a brand new furnace put in and a brand new air conditioner and a brand new water heater.
Okay. I gotcha. Let me see what I can do for you. All right. You need 70 for it. Let's see. And then, like, it's original kitchen cabinets, original flooring and stuff like that. Okay.
Hardwood floors and tile in the kitchen and the bathroom.
750 square feet.
750 on top and 750 on bottom.
Oh, so there's a basement.
Yes.
Is the basement finished?
No.
Yeah. So if we're just at 750, Trying to figure out how much we could work with that. Okay. I'm gonna have to do more numbers, and it's gonna take me a little bit. I definitely, if I can't reach you this evening, I'll definitely reach you tomorrow. Is that cool?
Okay.
All right. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Is anyone on a call?
Not anymore.
Okay, I am. Gotcha. Okay, now let me ask you something real quick. So was this a flip for you?
No, it wasn't a flip.
Okay. What do you okay, so I heard you say that
2021. I've had it for 5 years.
yeah, I saw that. So okay. Yeah, so you haven't owned it that long. It's not haunted. There's no ghosts in there, and you're selling for because it's like haunted or something, right? Perfect. No, it looks very cute. I'm just kidding with you. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So,
It's a great community. You know, I always ask whoever's buying, like, are they buying for the renter in there? Are they buying for to live? Like, what's the person coming? Because there's great neighbors over there, right? You know, all of those neighbors over there, they're long-term homeowners. My neighbors across the street, they've been there over 50 years. You know, my neighbors next door to me have probably been there maybe closer to eight years, a little bit longer, I mean, but
yeah, the house is gorgeous. You did a really good job, like updating it. Very, very beautiful. Yeah. Why don't what's stopping you from putting renters in there? You just want to get your equity and get into something else? Airbnb.
I've done Airbnb. Actually, and they perform very well on the Airbnb market. Let's see here. Over the last 2 years, it averaged about a little over maybe 70,000 a year for Airbnb, particularly with them. Yeah, I haven't really had any issues with it.
Yeah. No, I think it's amazing. So I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't want to waste your time. So I'm an investor. This isn't typically something, and I'm going to be so transparent with you. And I like to tell people that I work with the best direction for them to go if it works. Hey, we might be able to work something out because I get creative, but I guess the open market probably would be the way to go because it's so beautiful, right? Like it doesn't need any work. I believe you could get top dollar for this on the open market. Or I could pay you top dollar. We just have to get a little creative to make it work. Let me ask you something because I am looking up some stuff on it. Are you completely up to date on all your mortgage payments?
Yeah, it's up to date.
Perfect.
Modification on it, so it's
Perfect. Okay.
a little short period of time to be able to apply for that. And
Yep.
Get that hardship and get that done. And
Awesome.
everything on it is up to date. So
Perfect. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little time for the stuff to catch up on my end. Did they keep your same interest rate, the 3%?
it is.
Perfect. So what I'd like to tell you, actually, let me back up 1 second. What are you looking to get for your property?
So I'm asking 360 for it. I know I've had quite a bit of offers, subject to offers and different things like nature of that, but those weren't really structured to the favor of something I was interested in, just quite because they didn't give me the equity that I desired on the front end that interested me for that a little too low.
Yep.
They wanted to hold the property for too long, so
Yeah.
I didn't accept those. And then, of course, if it's going to be something like that, it has to be over asking, right? It has to make sense.
Well,
Um,
so Yeah, no, I totally get what you're asking. And let me tell you something. You're talking to the right girl because this is what I specialize in. I do subject twos all the time, but you'll have like those wannabe people, investors that think they know how to structure a sub two call you and they just don't even know how to structure it. So I mean, I even one of the guys I work with out in California, he sends them all to me. He doesn't even want to deal with them. So, what I could do for you, I could give you full asking price for that. Um, what do you have left on your loan?
The loans right now about 260. Could be a little bit below that. Could be like 7, somewhere around there. So that is 260. I gotta go take a look at it.
So 260. And then, so did you just recently have this listed on the market?
Yeah, I did. I had it on the market for a little while. Then I pulled it off because I was
Gotcha.
trying to modify. Yeah.
Perfect. Yep, that's okay. I thought so. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. So if I gave you the 359, it looks like you have about $100,000 in equity.
Right. And I would want my equity up front, basically.
Yeah, see, so something like that probably wouldn't work if I had to come up with it right away. But if you give me a little bit of time, I could give you an interest rate on it so you make more. So you get more than 100K. So the way I'd structure it is that we'd keep the existing loan in place just because that interest rate is so beautiful. And Shawana, the big thing too, and I like to explain this to anybody I do a subject to with, and I usually only do subject twos if the interest rate is very beautiful, and yours is a very beautiful one. You don't get those today, right? So if I go and get a loan out at the bank at a 6.5 interest rate to pay off your 3% interest rate, that's just silly. And then the bank ends up winning at that point, and I really just am in it for you and I to win. So if we could keep that in place, my contracts are very tight. So we could do a there's a performance deed we could do. There's all kinds of different things we could do. So you know that everything's good and your credit will stay looking good. Would you be open if I could do the 100K for you with an interest rate? Would you give me a little bit of time to pay that off? Or do you absolutely 100% need it like now?
What would be your time frame? I mean, I would need to know what your terms look like.
Well, that's kind of what I'm asking you, what your time frame is. See if I can work with that.
Okay, probably 5 years or less, 3 to 5 years.
Okay.
Would already be a lot for me. I mean, I would prefer less, but that'll probably be my maximum amount of time.
Okay, perfect. So let's do this. I would need to crunch numbers and be able to tell you exactly what I could do to give you your best offer. And I'm super fair. I'm not in this to, make my life savings on this. I want you to be able to move on to your next thing. I just really want a win-win. So in order for me to do this, to make sure it's even possible, I'm going to need hard numbers. So is there a possibility of you screenshotting your most recent mortgage statement and just either texting it to me over? What I'll do is I can text you from my personal cell phone. I'll text you my card as well, so you know who I am. And if you just give me that way I can see the exact amount that I would put in for your equity, and I'm going to need a monthly payment, because my big thing is I will be turning it into a cash flowing opportunity, which will either be midterm or short-term rental. So if you could do that, that will be able to give me a good idea where I have to be at for numbers.
Okay, I consider that. And then, of course, for the monthly payment, you have to pay a little bit above the monthly payment. I mean, it would have to make sense.
Yeah. So I would be paying the mortgage every single month. You wouldn't have to worry about that, because if I skipped and tripped and missed a payment, you'd be able to come back and just deed the property back to yourself and then resell it, keep all the money I gave you down, and I lose out at that. So you're not gonna have to worry about that. But yes, I will be making the monthly payment, and then on top of it, paying you monthly, and giving you a down payment at closing.
Okay. So put together some preliminary for me. I'll get you some numbers over to you, and then we can just talk more after that.
Yeah, I mean, I think this would be a great opportunity for both of us. You know, I actually just got a really good subject too in Savannah, Georgia, and then I just got a good one in Gatesville, Texas. Those are my most recent ones I just got last week, and one was a 2.65 interest rate, and the other one was a 3.25. I thought it was in the twos, but I looked today and it was actually 3.25. But it's still great, right? You can't get those today. So that's why I do it this way. And again, the banks don't really, you know, they're not robbing us at that point. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
just yeah.
But you also would have to require, like I said, it would have to be more, you wouldn't just be able to pay the monthly mortgage. It would have to be more than what, have to be somewhat over what the mortgage payment is. I mean, I get it, it has to be compromisable where you can still have room for what you're trying to use it for.
Correct.
But
correct. So let's say like your monthly mortgage was $1,000. That would be paid, and then if we agreed that you get $1,000 from me every month. I the way I run my numbers, I make sure that I'm still able to cash flow on it. I want to make something not break even or be negative. So as long as my numbers will pencil out, then it's a good go on my end. But at least I can give you something to look at if this is a deal.
all right, sounds like something we can look into. I'll get it over to you. Send me your information.
Perfect.
I'll send you those numbers back.
Sounds good. Thank you, Shawana. We will chat soon.
All right, talk to you
All right,
soon.
thanks.
Thank you so much. I look forward to your information.
Not a problem. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
You guys, I know I just showed you guys the house. It's really, really nice. She did an incredible job. There is cash flow to me being here, I believe. She did have a loan modification. That's what we were talking about. Because I saw that she was in foreclosure on my end, or pre-foreclosure, I should say. No, actually it says foreclosure on my end. But nope, it's pre-foreclosure. Foreclosure, pre-foreclosure, pre-foreclosure, pre. So it is just pre, but she's not in it anymore. She is caught up. She did a loan mod, and they were able to keep her same interest rate, which was great because that was one of my concerns. Because sometimes when you do a loan mod, they will they'll have your interest rate. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how that goes. It says the rental rates are anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500. Long-term rental, something that nice, I probably would put closer to the 3,000. And again, she is in Atlanta. I don't know Atlanta enough to say that this is right, but I think she is in a better area than, I think she's in a decent area. I believe. Maybe someone can even check that out. I mean, and then it's right off the highway too. So that's good. Yeah, there could be some potential here. We'll see. Did you like how I said a guy from California throws me subject to deals?
It's laughing. Yeah. You didn't use her name though.
I did. I just, but I
But
didn't.
you didn't say she'll wanna sell your house.
I didn't. You're
That's
right.
what you were supposed to do.
Okay, so next time I
on.
talk to her, I'm gonna be like, she'll want to see these numbers.
Mm-hmm.
She'll want to hear my offer. All right, I'll stop. I'm just gonna text her real quick, you guys.
You guys can hear that, right?
I sure can. I can hear you chewing too.
Could you? Oh, get out of here. My bad.
You're good.
Hey, Miss Speaker Barry. Hey, Barry. Good afternoon. My name is Caesar. Just calling about your property out in Chicago on the South Avalon. I think you might have. Yeah, you by any chance still looking to sell that property? Okay, yeah. I don't know if you spoke with one of my referral partners, or maybe you filled out a form on my site, but your information came towards me, so I'm always looking to buy a property out there. If you're looking to sell, I'd love to chat with you.
You called my.
Oh,
It's hard to hear.
okay, yeah. That's the number that I got on here. So,
Yeah, it's not on the market, so probably won't be for 2 3 months.
yeah, well, I'll tell you this. I'm an investor, so once it goes on the market, that's when I usually don't buy anymore. I like to buy before it goes on the market.
Yeah, I know. Numerous investors that's the same way.
I got you. I
I
got you.
just
Well, it sounds
texted
like you might
Caesar,
have
you
other
guys.
properties. Do you want to? Do you have any other properties you have that maybe you need to, maybe that's a little bit uglier and needs a lot of work?
That's the moment, though.
All right, my friend. Well, wish you the best, and if you change your mind or if you need to sell this quick, let me know. I'm more than happy to revisit with you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye. Dude, I was echoing the whole time. Did you guys hear that?
I don't think you were echoing. We just really couldn't hear the seller.
Yeah.
That's
You
why I was
couldn't hear the
texting you.
seller?
No, we couldn't really hear him.
I
What
texted
microphone am I
you.
using?
Don't you usually keep an earpiece in
I do.
so you can hear me like when you're on the phone?
Yeah, I just muted you because you talk a lot.
Um.
I'm on it today. Broker, not selling.
You have me so self-conscious now. Like, I catch myself
How?
like looking down and like I'm like, oh no, my forehead. Seriously. So like I'm trying to always be aware, but I've noticed like there are times like where my head's down for like a few minutes and I'm like, shit. Like
It's all right.
oh, I don't have the smallest forehead in the world, so it's not like you can miss it.
All right, let's see if I can change my microphone so you guys can hear.
All right, I'm gonna call this Slade. Mm-hmm.
Can you guys still hear me okay or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please leave your message for
Oh.
Peggy Jen and Associated Property. Is
Hey, Peggy.
yes, Thomas?
Hi, Peggy. My name is Ashley. I'm actually calling in regards to your home that you want to sell on Augusta Bend. Awesome. Yeah, so I was just looking at that property and just wanted to hear a little bit more about it and what you have going on over there.
Yeah, so it's 2-story house. It's 2,811 square feet. Downstairs is completely hard floor. I forgot what this is called. It's not wood. It's like stone.
Oh, I see. I see it. Yep.
Yeah. And then it has 4 bedroom. The master bedroom is downstairs. It has a walk-in closet and master bathroom, shower, separate shower, and also top. And also it is across upstairs. It has a pond view and also.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, the area is really, really nice. It's
Yeah.
right across the golf
Mm-hmm.
course and the pond. It has detached garage. Yeah, that's what I recall. But if you have any questions, I can let you know. And also, the roof is just replaced. The roof is brand new. It's like we replaced it a few months ago. And also the water heater is new too.
I gotta go
think
let my
that's
cat
the
out,
state
guys.
of replace-
Oh, thanks, Caesar.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Man.
If I ping you the details now, you want to look at it with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents live in the property.
Okay, so if you were to sell tomorrow, do they have a place to go?
Yes, they have.
Okay, perfect. It also looks like you haven't even owned the property that long, huh?
It is, I think, if I remember correctly, it was 2021.
2021.
Yeah, 21 that we purchased it.
Oh, okay.
I myself live in Lake Forest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you are familiar with Round Rock. I live there, and I want my parents to be closer to me. So we never thought we would sell ever, but because I want them to be like walking distance to me, that is the reason we are listing it so that I can take care of them.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I love that. I lost my mom a couple years ago, and I took care of her until she passed away. So. Yeah, I definitely. Oh, well, thank you. I definitely know the feeling of wanting to be close to your parents, and I really love that. Like, that's amazing. One good thing is you did buy the property at a really good time where you got that good interest rate. So there is something I could offer you, and I'm sure you've been offered it already, but I want to let you know I do specialize in this. So I can give you your best offer. I can give you your asking price if you're open to letting me see the hard numbers in front of me to make sure it works good. But what I was thinking is if we kept your existing loan in place, because it does have a really nice interest rate. The best way to explain that to you is it doesn't make much sense for me to go take a almost $300,000 loan out at the bank for a very high interest rate to pay off your beautiful interest rate loan. So if we could keep that in place, I mean, that would ideally be what I'd be looking for, and giving you your equity on the back end. So it looks like on the market, what were you originally asking for your property? Did you have to do any price reductions or anything yet?
Yes, we did some reduction. So 1 second, I actually don't remember.
It's okay.
I think it was 499. Our original price.
Just say 500,000.
I think so. If I remember correctly.
Okay. So what if I could do the 500,000? What do you owe currently on your mortgage?
I owe about 200, I think, roughly around 280.
Okay. So you do have some equity in the property. So let's just say, and again, I don't have the hard numbers in front of me, so this is just a guesstimate that you have about 220 in equity. Would you say that's about right? If you were to get 500,000 for your property? Yeah. Okay. So if I could do that for you, I would pay top dollar, but I would just need you to be able to work with me and get creative with me. So if you'd be open to taking payments on that, I can bring $20,000 to $30,000 down and put it in your pocket. I could get this done in 30 days. And then what I could do is just set up a payment structure to give you the rest if you'd be open to it. So you would receive a check from me every single month. And I would take care of the mortgage every single month as well. Would this be maybe something you'd be open to?
Unfortunately not, because our goal is to sell it and purchase my parents' house cash.
Gotcha. Okay. So with that said, how much do you need to do that?
I need the full equity actually.
Okay. Well, because I mean, yeah, you've done price reductions too, and it's been on the market
Yeah.
for 202 days. So the market's
Yeah.
telling you something, right? It's not houses are, I mean, I'm looking at some comparables right now, okay? And let me do the most recent and just give you an idea of what I'm looking at, okay? So we have something that sold not too long ago. Probably one of the most recent sales. And I'd say it's pretty, I'm just making sure that it's comparable to yours. It looks like it is. Just want to make sure. I don't want to give you the wrong information. It looks like it sold for, sure, so that's the most recent one. That was this month. And it sold for $375. And then there's another one that sold for $425. So yours is listed at the highest price. So that is another thing, right? I'm not saying that it's not possible. You do have another one that's listed down the road for 500, but it's still on the market. So yeah, I mean it's tough to say. I mean, it's been on the market for 202 days. So
yeah, the market is slow currently, and the timeline that we put it after the hot season of the moving. So we put it around August, so our timing wasn't good. But I did comp yesterday, and I dropped the price to 475. I think now it is priced more towards the market. I've been getting some. Some showings are scheduled right now. So yeah.
Do you have an HOA?
Yes, we have HOA.
What's the cost of that?
Cost of that, let me check. It is 400 something a year.
Oh, that's nothing. Yeah, that's good. Okay. What?
420 or something.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. So why don't we do this, Peggy? Why don't you think about what I offered you? Like I said, I can bring some money down. You'd receive a check every single month. I know you're saying you want the full equity to purchase something new, but I mean, if you had to take what I give you and put it down on a new property, basically I'd be paying your monthly mortgage over there too. You know what I mean? So there could be something we could work out to make everything flow and, work good together. But why don't you do this where you just did a price reduction, see if it sells, see if you get any offers. If you're sitting here in another 60 days and you're still in the same boat, rowing and not getting anything, give me a call. And if it's okay with you, I'd actually love to check back in with you in 30 days and see if anything has changed. And see if maybe, maybe I can even offer you more at that point. I don't know. I go based on the market as well. So, it just all depends.
Okay, sounds good. That monthly thing will not work for sure. I can tell you that. But I'm happy if you wanna check in. Hopefully, the home won't be available by then. I hope. But, if you wanna check in a few months, you're welcome to.
Okay.
But,
is there a reason why?
Sure, it won't work.
Okay. Is there a reason why the monthly thing won't work?
We need the equity. We need to pay off the house that we are thinking of purchasing. That's the reason we can't get we don't want to do like the monthly. And 20-30K is not something. We are not like in a distressed situation that we have to sell it. We will, if it doesn't go, we will just keep the house.
Understandable. That is completely fine. Well, Peggy, my name's Ashley. I'll shoot you over my card. If anything changes, you go ahead and reach out to me, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you so much. You too. Bye-bye. Yeah, there's not enough motivation there, you guys. It's a nice house. I think it's right outside of Austin, Texas, I believe. Yeah, right outside of Austin.
So Samson, What do you think your ARV is for that property?
Well, this was the one I was working with Ashley on.
Oh yeah.
It's difficult to kind of assess because the properties in the area are kind of new builds. So the ARV that I got was, I mean, honestly, what I got doesn't reflect the age of the property. So the ARV that I got, let me just pull up my spreadsheet, was like 1.1 something.
How did you come up with 1.1?
So I did 3 comps, and that's the average ARV was that number.
You found comps in the area with a 1 in front of it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Where?
So I can tell you if you want me to put them in the chat.
Send him the sheet that you sent me, and I guarantee he tells you the same thing I told you.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know where you found those. Where did you find those? I cannot find anything with a 1 million that's in the 1 million range.
There is some, but to me, they're not really too comparable. They're way newer than his. And they've had it listed for 1.1 or 1 million, haven't they?
Yeah, like 3 years ago. Then they relisted it for 1.3.
And it didn't sell.
Well, the only reason why it didn't sell was because the person that was buying it was like a billionaire, and he lived in this certain area that he was trying to buy the land for. So they ended up finding out that the land line was just before what he wanted. So that's why that deal didn't come through.
So what did you give them for an offer? Is it a seller finance or what is it?
No, we started at 725 and I got it all the way down to 645.
And how much work needs to be done? Have you seen pictures yet?
Yeah, they sent me a whole list of pictures of the property, what needs to be done. And the 2 biggest things was the roof, and it's an unfinished basement. And there's kind of, I guess you could say they had some sort of gas person put some sort of gas on the outside, and now it's leaking in the basement. So I said, okay, well, the only good thing is it's concrete. So the walls aren't like really gonna, get mold, in regards to the wood and stuff like that. So we could essentially figure out where the leak is coming from and, do it that way. But my comps was like 150 in rehab. So when I did everything, it was like I was over in the green. Like, so what I'll do, like I said, Caesar, I'll send you this thing I sent Ashley. The 3 comps, like Ashley's not, BSing you. I was only able to find these, again, new builds, or some property was smaller in regards to the acreage. So I was trying to like, find like a medium where the house is newer, but less acreage. The property was less, you know what I mean?
Yeah, none of that matters. It's okay.
Okay.
Just send it to me and I'll figure it out.
Okay. Okay.
I am curious to see.
So one thing that I guess I was actually struggling on too was the amount of land that he has.
Agreed. Yeah. So I was struggling the same way because I was finding houses that were selling for, 900,000 with like, 10,000 square feet property.
Right. So let me tell you something with this. Okay. So that could have 100 acres and it may not matter after a certain point of acreage, right? Like in New Hampshire, you could have 42 acres, but the value doesn't go up after 3. You know what I mean? So like I don't know that area. It might not even matter. It might not be buildable. I don't know. Are these things you found out? Did you ask if it was like buildable land? Can you lot it off?
Well, here's what I asked. I said, well, if we needed to like remove trees to build on it, would that be an issue? And the lady said, no, I don't think it would be an issue. I said, well, in regards to the, what was the terminology I used? Like, like they have specific areas that are like sanctioned off for that based on zonage. I said, okay, well, due to your zonage, like, is there, things in place that would prevent you from doing that? She said she didn't think so. So I can only.
Do you have this under contract at how much?
I haven't got the contract yet. The biggest hurdle that she's trying to push back with is like this guarantee. Like, oh, I need a guarantee that I'm going to walk away with this much money. And I said, well, at the end of the day, when we sign a contract, it's, you know, it's pretty much yet like certain. But obviously, in case of the what if scenario that, you know, we have a buyer out there and he comes and looks at it, or she was like, well, she wants a guarantee. I said, well, I can only guarantee what we're discussing
Who's
based on,
she?
yeah, she, the lady that I was speaking with.
Oh, she told you
The
that she wants a
homeowner.
guarantee.
Yeah.
When she says that, did you ask what do you mean by that?
Well, I asked her, she wants to walk away with a certain amount of number because she wants to purchase a new property and pay off her remaining mortgage.
So how much is her mortgage?
Her mortgage was 245.
How much does she need?
That's what she needs for the mortgage, 245.
How much does she need after the mortgage?
I don't know what you mean.
Like, what does she want to walk away with equity?
How much does she need in her pocket as a walkaway money?
Well, she needs roughly 400 for a new home and the mortgage, which was 245. So
Okay,
when I gave
well-
her an offer of 725 and she gave me those numbers, I said, okay, well, if we could get you into a new home and pay off your remaining mortgage, would you be okay with that? And she said yes.
So
So
how
that's
much is
when
her new home?
400.
She said that. You're not
Well,
assuming that she said that.
we were looking at what she essentially wanted to purchase, and that's the number that we came up with.
Okay, so then the purchase price is 645,000.
Correct.
Then just send the contract over for 645.
Well, I was gonna today, but then she's like, well, can you guarantee me that I'll get 645 walk away with? And I said, like, yes. I mean,
No,
95%.
you're not getting 645 guaranteed walk away. You're getting
No.
400,000 walk away.
Correct.
Because
Right,
245
because
gets
she's paying
paid.
off. Yes.
That's
yes.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
But another thing is, do you have a buyer?
Well, no, I haven't even landed
I
a
wouldn't
contract yet, so I
guarantee
can't
it.
share this contract with people yet. If you know, I haven't lined it.
No, and you're right. You're right. Do you have anyone buying in the area though?
Well, this Caesar, what do you work for? What's it called? Titanium?
Yes, it's titanium.
Okay. So this lady reached out to me because I posted on the community chat that I had a deal in Ohio. And, you know, 5 people reached out right away. Oh, I have buyers in Ohio. Da, da, da. And this one lady was Jillian Jean. Do you know her?
Yes.
Okay. She
She's
reached out
come
to
up
me
here.
right away. She says, oh, she has lots of buyers in the area. Send me the details. So I called her and she didn't answer. And then I left her a message to call me back. And this was today. This all happened today, right?
Nice. Good stuff, man. That's good reps you have. Lock it
Yeah, I
up,
mean, I'm
put it
doing
in.
my best. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm doing my best. I mean, I can only
No, you are. He's contacted me a few times too, and I've been super busy, and I feel like an asshole. I'm sorry.
No, don't be an. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. All I can do is engage and continue to pursue the seller.
You're very persistent. I love it.
Yeah, and that's all I can do from my end, right? Look at comps, and in this case, it was very difficult to do that. She wanted a specific number, and just from what I saw, I feel like this property can easily sell between 900,000 and potentially more than $1 million, based on what the
I had the retail at about 900, so
Yeah.
I don't know, but I could be wrong too. I would look into the acreage. Caesar, what did you get?
I don't know. I have no idea where you guys are getting your numbers from. I'm not seeing
So
it.
let me send you this.
But the only reason why I like it is because she had it at 1.1 and now she's willing to let it go at 600. So for me, I would just take a shot at it just to see. I'll move quick on it, 14 days. Either I find a buyer or I don't.
I personally think if you listed it on the open market at a huge price drop too, I mean, it does raise suspicion. Like, it's like, oh, well, why did they drop it that much? Like, is like the foundation okay and stuff like that. So it kind of sucks in that aspect.
I can share you guys with what this place looks like. When you go inside the main area, beautiful. Then when you go like these rooms in the bathroom, she's got like this old school tile all around it. And I'm like, a buyer's going to come in. They're going to want to rip out all this tile because it's so like outdated. But like the foyer is beautiful. It's like, I don't know, like 40 like foot entrance. It's beautiful.
Is there rehab that could be done to like
100% rehab could be done.
So
yeah, inside.
this is what I would do personally. I would I would try to lock it up and run, like let her know that you fuck, how could you do this? Because I personally think it could be a really great novation.
Okay, I've never done that. So I was trying to reach out to Don to see about novations because he's the man. And again, the thing is with I can't direct message
Or even
him.
a wholesale. Or even a wholesale. There's just a couple different ways you could go with it. 100%.
Okay.
But I
Can
mean,
I
I
be-
think I didn't know she went down to like 600 and something.
Yeah,
I
I
thought you
got her down to 645.
Okay. Send her
So just like
contact.
working the wholesale numbers, I thought easily I could make a wholesale, of like 50K.
Tell her
Just
to give
looking
you
at the
2
numbers.
weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, she's sitting there anyways. What's 2 weeks? Do a 2-week due diligent time. You do bust your ass. You're making calls. You're trying to figure this out. And as soon as you push this out to some buyers when you have it under contract, that's going to tell you right there if it's worth it.
Okay. Okay.
Because you'll get feedback right away if it is.
Okay.
And if
okay.
you don't get feedback, then you know that you're too high still. But I don't think you're too high at that number. I think there could be something there. I thought you were in the 7s, and I had like an as is value around 800, but
Okay.
that was me again because I haven't seen the pictures.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I can send you all what they
guessing
sent me.
everything.
So the outside again, it's like really woodsy. It's got a beautiful driveway, huge
Yeah,
driveway.
I can see the like sky view, but yeah, send
Like
it
I
to
said,
me.
it's decent. Yeah, I'll send it to you for sure.
Cool. Good job, by the way.
I mean, again, it was like I called. I feel like I've called like I don't know, 65 people on these leads, and I've had plenty of conversations with numbers. But when we start looking at the numbers, it just doesn't make sense. This one, she really didn't want to give me a number, but I explained to her the situation that I can't pose an offer if I don't know really what you're looking for. And she was like, well, at the end of the day, I need to walk away with the mortgage paid off and have enough money to purchase a property. So I said, okay, well, what are you looking for in regards to purchasing a property? And she's like, well, something around 2,000 square feet. It's got to be like a single floor. So then I started looking at properties in that area. And I said, okay, well, do these look good for you? And she's like, yeah, actually that looks good. And it was like roughly around 400K. So I said, like, okay, well, if we essentially put you in a home and paid off your mortgage, would that work for you? And she's like, yeah, that would work for me. I said, okay, so 645 work? And she's like, yeah. So that's when I was like, okay. And then this was like Thursday last week. And she's like, well, let me talk to my husband because again, are you buying the house? And I'm thinking to myself, I can't really say I'm buying the house because, technically I'm not really buying the house, right? So I said, well, at the end of the day,
Well,
what
we're
I do.
going in as a buyer anyway. And, I personally say yes. And if it comes down to it and it's a deal and you're getting ready to close and it's not you obviously buying, it's going under another LLC, you can just say it's your partner's LLC or your partner's buying it because we're all partners in the investor world.
So how do we work out like a buyer coming to look at the property? Like how does that?
That's inspection.
Okay. So
That's
like
everything that happens during inspection. I usually will say, hey, my buyer, my partner, not my buyer, my partner would like to come and, just check everything out, make sure it is what we said. So she's currently living there, correct?
Yeah, her and her husband live there. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath, and really they occupy the master bedroom. The other rooms are, not being used. So that's their biggest. It's just empty space, like most of these rooms. The basement is the biggest cost in regards to inside the property. The roof needs to be done. So I put that at like 40 or 50K. I put the basement at 40 or 50K. And I put 50K of rehab just to bring things up to spec. So I put 150 as rehab. And that was like, I think my total cost was, like I said, 800. And then again, if we could, let me send this to Caesar.
Trying to see something. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's in a nice area.
Yeah, pros and cons, right? I mean, it is a bit out there because like my mentor was like, it's a bit rural. Like
it's
it
not
is
that
local.
bad. It's right. It's literally like
Right outside. Yeah.
south of Columbus.
Yeah,
So
I did kind
Columbus
of. Yeah, I
is,
saw that.
yeah, I mean, I think that there could be something here, especially if you got it in the sixes, but I was a little hesitant when you said it was in the sevens.
Okay.
But I think if you got it, like Caesar said, I think if you got it locked up for 645, get it locked up, run your due diligence time, make her no promise during that due diligence time. And, let her know that, I mean, how good's your relationship with her?
I mean, we've been communicating very well. She's a nice lady, and I've been as honest and forthcoming to her as I can. And I feel like we've built, a good rapport back and forth. Even when I spoke with her husband, his biggest thing was he doesn't want to get burned again. He's like, he's been through this situation. Then if they start looking for a property, I said, listen, at the end of the day, I can understand your frustrations in the past. My goal is obviously to solve this issue. This is kind of the first time you've kind of worked with me. So, I mean, I kind of operate kind of with different goals. And my biggest goal is to get you into a new property as well as pay off this mortgage, because it sounds like it's a bit of a headache, dealing with all of these costs and, managing this property. And she was, like I said, she just our relationship seems like it's good. So.
Okay. So with that said too, how comfortable are you opening up to her that you have a lot of partners and that you could bring a buyer to the table and that's your goal? Maybe what Pace does is like, hey, I'm probably not your buyer. He always does that line. But, one of my partners, this would fit. You just gotta work it in. I don't know how your conversation is with her, but there's many times, like for instance, the Gatesville, Texas one that Caesar sent over to me. This guy knows that I'm wrapping his subject too.
Okay.
That's how close I got with him, like like conversation wise. So it just really depends on that level of feedback of how she's responding to what you're putting down.
Okay.
But I think honesty, really, people love it. They truly do. Sometimes I'm maybe too honest, but they love it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I didn't want to BS. And it's like, at the end of the day, my goal is not to, BS what I'm trying to do. And she was, appreciative of that. And that's just kind of my motto. I mean, at the end of the day, if I can form like an honest conversation with someone, they know that what I say is I'm going to try to fulfill that obligation as much as I can. Right. So
Yeah.
I don't like to say 100%, but I told her, I said, I can say 95%. You know what I mean? There's always going to be that window of something can happen. And I kind of have to put that in there, but I can't say 100%. I just can't do it. Like, you know what I mean? So
Samson, I just hopped back on, so maybe you guys already said this, but if you haven't, I'm going to be a coach for a quick second, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
The one thing that we don't know is we don't know what she meant by "can you guarantee it."
I think she's been let down, Caesar. So she's listed.
Well, I know, but I don't want him to assume that. We don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So you haven't
Caesar's
overcome
right,
that yet. So all of this stuff that we've been talking for the last 15, 20 minutes doesn't matter anything.
Okay.
And honestly, you could guarantee it if you could guarantee it if she would be willing to get creative. So you could say, yeah, I guarantee it, but it may, not be structured like this. I don't know.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with guaranteeing or anything. You just need to figure out why she even came up with that question. Because that's a very odd
Caesar,
question.
I just sent you the email with my spreadsheet that I had with numbers. Let me know if you got it.
How deep's her motivation?
I mean,
it's got to be if she dropped $400K, right?
Yeah. So again, the big, like, I don't know how do I explain this? It's like the basement, in my opinion, is a problem. Like, she's got like this fan in the basement and the whole carpet is wet, but the whole walls are concrete. So it's like there's leakage and she's kind of dealing with it. It's like, in my opinion, looking at her problem, it's a nightmare. She wants to just kind of get rid of the property and go into something nice that she can manage and this property they cannot manage. He's kind of sick. She's like, I don't know, 75. So it's a huge house. Like it's huge for. She's got this beautiful kind of like a jacuzzi bathtub in her main bathroom, but the tile is like ugly. Like it's just little.
So
square.
basically, if you got in there and rehabbed the entire place, it'd be worth a pretty penny. So if you could
100%.
get her
Like,
locked into like 700, say, hey, I'll give you more than that. Could you just go find a place to stay for 60 days? You need it vacant, by the way. But you could probably novate this pretty good and then do a guarantee. But I wouldn't do anything until I talk to a local agent for sure.
Okay. And again, today I did the same thing. I looked local agents. I called 3 or 4 of them. I left a message for them. There was an agent that reached out to me on my wall, page that I posted. And she is an agent as well as she's got like 12 or 13 years as a title agent. So it's like 2 birds with 1 stone. They want to buy. I can get a buyer for this property and then give her a buyer. I don't know, like, how it would work with what they would want to find a buyer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people
Well,
want.
yeah, we can finish this conversation too. Let's try to do some calls. I don't want to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Cool.
But definitely keep us posted on it, and if you need us, let me know.
100%.
Hello, Alex. Welcome.
What's good, gang?
What's good, Alex?
What's going on?
We got calls going, right? I'm literally just gonna step out for 5 minutes, and then I'll be right back.
Where does the time go? Yeah, I got jujitsu at 6, so I got 15 minutes of this.
Okay, I'll be back before you leave.
Come on, man. We need to be dialing. Let's go.
Let's see. Let's just buy this one.
All right, let's see.
Who is it? Somebody's at my door. What do you want?
Okay. Let's see.
Oh shit, that's loud.
That was a loud one, yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Stephanie. This is Alex.
Hi.
I know we've been
Hi,
playing
how
a
you
little,
doing?
Good, good. Aside from the fact that we've been playing a little phone tag, right?
Okay. So how can I help you today?
Well, hopefully I can buy your property on a parkway.
I have to tell you that property, I'm not going to accept anything less than $100,000 for it. It's listed at 143, and it does need some repairs. But you can find all the pictures, online, which you probably already have. And it has a new roof. That roof cost $17,335, and the house was purchased for $125. So that's $143. That's the price.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, the reason I was reaching out to you because I did see the pictures. It does look like you put some work in it, right? And I'll be honest with you. I'm an investor, so we acquire properties that either need work and we can fix it and flip it, or a little bit of work and then put some renters in there. Do you know more or less what this would bring in for rent?
Around 13 or 1400, I think.
Okay.
I rented it for 1600, but then those tenants had a hard time paying their rent. 40% of the population here is below the poverty level, so they can't pay a lot, and that's also why the houses are so low.
I hear you. And what kind of feedback have you gotten from listing it?
I've gotten a $92,000 offer and a $100,000 offer. I countered both of them, and of course I didn't get a reply. They didn't want to talk about it. So it's funny because, I countered and they didn't even say, oh no, we want to stay where we're at. They just disappeared. They vanished.
Well, you scared them away, Stephanie. How bad was your counteroffer?
Well, 108.
That's not bad.
I know. They
I mean, not enough to make them ghost you. I would at least send you a message back or something.
That's about, what is that? 30. It's about $33,000 off the asking price.
Uh-huh.
And so, I mean, if they're asking for a discount and they don't want to pay full price, and I come down $30,000 and they offered $100,800. And I said, I want 106, I think it was 106. I want 106. And they vanished. So it's like, they really don't want to pay that much. And I understand that. They want to get a deal, like get it for 80 or 70 and put 10 or 20 in it at the most, and then resell it for 160.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want to do, And when I buy a house and I sell it, I want to make $70,000 also, So I've done that a lot myself, but this house is worth 143 because I paid 125,000 for it, and they can go out and buy an 80. I mean, there's lots of $80,000 homes for sale in that neighborhood. So.
And so, how much would you say it needs in rehab to make it competitive in the market? Because if you go look at houses that are listed that are upgraded with the very popular gray walls and the modern light fixtures and stuff, is your property too far from that, or is it kind of like it'll take me maybe a few
mine doesn't have recessed lighting. It has just a light in the middle of the room. So here's the repairs. Here's the list. If you're typing and you want to type this down, so we don't have to talk about it anymore. Oh, you're writing, right? You're writing? Okay, you're typing. Okay, good. You can go fast. Okay, let's talk about the value of the roof is $17,355, and that roof has been rebuilt. The framing has been rebuilt on that under that roof, and not all the framing, because a lot of it is good, but this is one part that needed extra support. So we rebuilt that part and we put on new decking all the way around.
Is that what you're saying?
New decking, like on top of the decking, the original decking. We didn't remove that, but where there were spaces and gaps and things like that, there's new decking all the way around on that roof. It's a beautiful roof. That house needs to be exterior painted, and that's just the trim, because the bricks are gorgeous red. They're beautiful. They're not the kind of bricks you want to paint over. Okay. They're beautiful bricks. And so, just painting the trim, the trim around windows, the trim and the underpinning, all that kind of stuff, would be, I don't know, $1,500. I can't give you a bid. I'm not a contractor, and you can do an inspection. However, I would paint it. I would paint the exterior. The windows, there's 17 cracked or broken windows. Okay, so that's going to be about.
Broken windows, they get expensive quick.
That's going to be about $700 in labor, and another $700 maybe in cost for material.
I want to know where you get your windows from, man, because they cost me a lot more than that.
Well, I'm not talking about the window frames. I'm just talking about the glass.
And are the windows aluminum?
No, they're not. They're original wood windows.
Okay.
So if you want to buy it and you want to go to the expense to replace all those windows, that's going to be 20 grand probably,
Yeah.
because it's got a lot of windows. But I'm replacing the windows, and then I'm painting, the exterior and caulking the windows. And that's what I'm going to start working on. If it's not under contract by tomorrow, I'm going to hire that contractor. We're going to start doing windows, and I'm going to add that to the price. And I'm not, I'm not coming off the price for any of the repairs that I do, that I spend money on, that are like 3 months old. I'm not coming off.
If you were to just do the repairs yourself, you can definitely get top dollar for it, right? But in the condition it is right now, there's no surprise that, these guys are coming in, at 92, 100. I mean, if you're willing to make the repairs, that's probably your best bet.
They got a deal, at that price. And if they don't take that price, it's not going to be priced the same next time it comes around if I've done more work to it. So I'm trying to talk to people and be realistic, if that's okay. And then, so I'm going to tell you a couple more spots that need repair. Interior, there's some stucco by the back door and by the back bedroom window that has been knocked out of the wall. So that needs to be repaired. Okay? Mm-hmm. And then one of the windows in that back bedroom does need to be replaced. Like, honestly, the whole window, including the frame, needs to be replaced. Okay. So then there's some places under the wood of the floors in the living room, in the master bedroom, those two places, maybe a little bit in the hallway too, where the floor needs to be
redone.
Well, no, I wouldn't say redone, because the oak floors are beautiful. They don't really need to be redone, but the floor needs support.
Caesar, I just sent you an address. Let me know what you think of that.
You can push down on it and it bends. So, that floor needs some support.
Okay.
And I think it should be fixed from the basement, because you can walk down there in the basement and stand up. So I think that repair.
So I'm seeing 3 comps in the area, right? They sold for 150, 145, 152. So I don't even think it's a good idea to fix it up, because, once you put that money in it and then list it and get around that amount for it, commission costs, closing costs, I'll be surprised if you walk away with anything at that point.
Yeah, so I'm not using a realtor.
Also, you just listed somewhere like without a realtor?
I'm not using a realtor.
Oh, I thought you said it was listed.
I've got it listed on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, got it.
Okay. Yeah, I posted it there.
Okay.
And that's why and then I scroll through Facebook myself every night, and I fill out all these forms, for the investors to come, because I want to get an investor to buy it before I put any more money into it.
Explain how investors
if I put any more money into it, they will not get anything off. That's 143 will go up to 145 or 155.
Explain how we do cash offers.
Sell for, and it'll probably sell to a buyer's agent. Somebody looking for a home, a owner-occupied home, which to me is
I'm an investor myself, right? So, we have to be conservative with our numbers and make sure, that we do make, a little bit of money on the back end when we do resell.
We all pretty much have the same
after
calculator.
It's all said and done. And again, I'm not trying to score a home run here, even though my name's Alex Rodriguez. We just try to keep the lights on.
Love it.
it's just a matter of coming up to, with a win-win situation for the both of us. I know you said, if you don't have it under contract by tomorrow, that's interesting. What's got you wanting to sell so quickly?
Oh, well, because I don't want to raise the price. I don't want to make it more difficult to sell. I'm trying to make it quick sale,
Well,
And-
that's the
and
thing
the-
about
that's
cash offers,
why.
right? We can definitely make it quick, convenient, take it off your hands. It's just, it's going to have to be, lower than 100. And I think you've encountered that when these investors keep, coming up with their numbers. And, to be frankly honest with you, we all have the same calculators, right? We try to accommodate for closing costs, commission costs on a purchase and resale. And then, all the repairs that you've been mentioning to me here on this call. If I were to see this as a fix and flip, ideally, I'd probably be coming in at around 70, right? If I see this as a cash offer to make it super quick and convenient. At that point, you would say,
I would say, go look on Facebook Marketplace or Zillow and find yourself a $70,000 house to buy.
absolutely. And that's why I'm not making you that offer, right? Because I know what you're looking for. You're looking for something higher. And, one thing that I do have to say, Stephanie, is I'm an investor, right? But we do deals several different ways. And this allows me to come actually higher than these guys majority of the time, and what I'm thinking here is, I know you said you wanted to sell it quick, right? And you kind of just didn't want to keep raising the
I'm
price.
looking for cash. I'm not looking to do any kind of seller finance for 2 years or anything like that, so that you can find a buyer and not really have to own it. Because the longer it sits in disrepair, the more damage, and risk that I take as a seller. Plus, it ties up my credit,
She's
when
saying
all
all
I do
the things
anything
we
like
love
an
to
owner
hear as an
finance,
investor.
that's tie up
But
my
will she
credit.
take
It's
the
going to
discount?
prevent me from qualifying for a mortgage.
Okay. Yeah. And this is kind of the tricky part, right? Because you read my mind. I was about to ask you for some type of creative deal because this is ideally a good cash flow opportunity, right? Oh, she hung up on me.
It might have been by accident. I would call her back.
Would you be surprised if I did it? Oh, she's calling me back right now. Hello, Stephanie. I thought I picked you off.
I apologize. No, I meant to press a different button. Sorry.
It's all right.
Sorry, but so that's the other thing. So if you can't and you don't have the authority, or you just don't have that kind of money, and you don't want to, you don't really care about owning this property, and if you're out of town and cannot do the work yourself, everything costs money. And I really appreciate your call, but I need to get back to work, and you're not willing to pay over $100,000 cash, so you need to get back to work.
No, it's actually the complete opposite of that. We do have money. We do a lot of deals in the area. I was just, like I said, trying to look at it from every which way to come up with a win-win for both of us. I think 100, is a little tight. If you don't sell it for that much, are you kind of just gonna hold on to it and keep assuming the risks that you were mentioned earlier? And repairs and.
Oh, I can. Yeah, I can get some things fixed. Like I said, I'm going to start on the windows, and then it doesn't have central air either, and it has just baseboard heaters, which are, So I'm going to address all those things and probably rent it to try to recoup some of my investment, because I know that it won't sell to an investor for 160. If I put 20,000 into it, it's not going to sell for 160. So
yeah, and then the people you do attract that are probably going to live in it, they're going to have inspections and lender required repairs and all kinds of things. It's just going to bleed your pockets a little more. So if we were to get you the 100, and this is a different way, right? Remember I said I had different types we do use. So I know this property can sell to some of the investors in our network. I'm in a big community of all types of buyers, right? And we can probably get you the $100,000, and you still don't pay closing costs and all those things. We would just need a little bit of time to get this done. And the way this works is, we know exactly who to market it to, and we pre-qualify them, and essentially you don't lift a finger. And if any repairs do need to be done, the way we can assure and minimize the risk for you here is that we cover the closing costs and the repairs that might need to be done here. I mean, of course, this is, assuming that you don't care where your money comes from, right?
What do you mean by that? I don't know how much sense that makes.
Yeah,
where it comes
and that's a fair question, right? And I know the first thing that people think of when I ask them that is, well, as long as it's legal, right? But no, everything we do is legal here. What I mean by that is we have a top-notch marketing machine here at my company, and we have our cold callers, blast this property out to the qualified buyers, and we blast it out to our network of investors as well, right? And if we do end up getting like an end buyer that's going to go through financing and require inspections and lender required repairs, we pay for those out of our pocket, right? Because it guarantees us that we already have someone to buy it, and it drastically reduces the risk of us having to hold on to this, and be without, like a chicken without our heads, looking for a buyer. But this is one way that we can get you the $100,000. It's just a matter of, being resourceful here, and, not to brag, but we're pretty resourceful here on our end. Like I said, we have a cold calling team. We have a huge network of investors, and, we just know exactly how to market this and to who to market to get you top dollar without you having to deal, with any of the realtors, the inspections, the closing costs, and possible repairs required by lenders after inspections.
I understand. That sounds attractive.
I mean, I bet it does if I can get you that 100,000, right? Because all these guys won't come near. You scare them when you negotiate a little bit of, a few $1,000s, and they ghost you. I'm like, oh, well, at least text her back or something,
Yeah. Well, they probably wouldn't have closed anyway. I mean, they probably want to just assign it to somebody, which, I don't care about that. If somebody wants to assign it, I've seen that happen before. That's fine.
The thing with me, right? Like, if we end up doing any of those things, right, we don't hide anything from you, and we're transparent with you from the start, right? And a bunch of these guys, they try to lie and say that they're the buyers, right? In this instance, I'm telling you, I can't make it happen at 100 because it's just not worth it for me. But if we do find you a buyer, at least I'm transparent about you, and I tell you exactly how it is. So there's no shadiness going on, or no surprises, right, when we get to the closing table. And that's just how I believe that everybody should do business, but not everybody's on the same page. So, I just wanted to lay out the options for you, and if this is something that you're interested in not holding on to it and not have to put repairs on this. And then I know you said you were thinking about renting it, but that comes with the landlord headaches as well. So that's another, benefit from this is you kind of just take the cash and move on, and we can actually help you get into a new place if you want to as well.
Well, I mean, we already talked about not being able to.
Okay, guys, I got to sign off.
What are you talking about doing?
I appreciate it. On to the next one. God bless. Be safe.
A good thing you asked. So essentially what we would do, and this is what we call, and I'm being very blunt here and open, right? And a lot of these guys don't do this, but this is what we call innovation, which is pretty much, I would take on the big task of getting this done for you, right? Prioritize your property, market it to everybody and their moms that I know. And essentially we get and find an end buyer, And after you and I have a purchase agreement in place, right, that guarantees you the net dollar, and this is where this comes into play, and this is very important. I'm letting you know in the contract in writing that the $100,000 are net to you, right, and that doesn't change no matter what, right? And when we find an end buyer, when we successfully market the property, we essentially just replace the initial agreement that you and I have with a third party agreement, right? Without you having to do any of the things that I mentioned earlier.
Well, yes, but as I wait for that to happen, the property sits on the market in the condition that it's in. So you have to go through the same. I don't like seeing it in this condition, you know. I like seeing it in a good condition. Like there's windows broken that they have to, you know, I'm going to replace those windows. They're not going to sit like that for another month while I wait for you to find a buyer. Yeah, I can't, you know, I can't just leave it like that.
No, yeah, because you are living there, and I know. It's
yeah, people move in, they start squatting and things like that.
The windows have there, though, right?
The house would be there,
no,
yeah.
Would you be living in the property?
Oh no, I don't live in the property.
Okay.
No,
because
I've never lived in it.
We're very good about taking the full responsibility for the property while it's, it's under our marketing program. We put a log box in there. We drive by a few times, making sure there is no squatters and stuff like that. So, if that's something that's a concern to you, we also, as part of our agreement, we also, say, hey, like, if anything happens while it's marketing, we're fully responsible for this. It's not going to be anything coming from you. If this is something that happens under our responsibility and our control, then we take full responsibility for it.
If you want it, just buy it.
I mean, if I were to,
you're wanting me to.
I can buy it, but like I said, it would have to be way cheaper in price, and I'm trying to take into consideration your needs and what you want to get for it, right? And so I got my hamster wheel up in my little brain that I got trying to run and just come up with the right solution for you, because I mean, it shows here that it was listed since
you can market it all you want to do. You can market it all you want, but you can market it all you want. But I'm not. You haven't asked for a commission, and so I'm not offering a commission. But you can market it all you want. I don't care.
And we'd love to, right? But we also need your permission to do that. It's actually illegal in a lot of places. So all we need from you is like an agreement, that it's a purchase agreement. So we have something to replace with the end buyer agreement when we do successfully market it, right? And again, I can have everything in the agreement that makes sense for you to.
I'm not going to do any kind of agreement. I mean, I'm not going to do that. You can market it, that if you can bring a buyer, and then yeah, you can get it for a price that we agree on, and then sell it to a buyer for a more price than that. That's fine. If you find somebody who wants to pay more than that, that's fine. But you'd have to acquire the property by purchasing it from me. Once you get your buyer that says, yeah, he's going to close, and then,
what about this, right? What if we assume ownership of the property in a creative way, right? And, it won't be like a log node for 2 years or anything like that. It will be just as long as we can, successfully market this property.
Yeah.
Right. Essentially.
Well, I wish I could make you happy on that, but I can't.
Well, looks like
I'm looking for cash. Yeah. I mean, this is home buying and home selling, and
absolutely.
You just got to have the money to buy this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And if I want to buy something, I have the money. I have to have the money to buy it. Otherwise, I'm really not in the market. I'm on the phone trying to convince people to do what I want them to do, which is what you're doing now. But you're not making an offer, so we don't have a deal.
No,
The
absolutely.
deal is,
And I am trying to buy, right? And I just kind of let you know where I would be coming in with a price, right? And you told me obviously that wouldn't work. And this is just me just exploring other options. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to convince you to do anything. It's your property. If you're willing to hold on to this and everything that comes with it, and that's up to you, man. I'm not here trying to convince anybody, right? I like to provide value and help as best I can, right? And if I'm not your buyer, I'm being honest about it, and I'm just thinking, okay, well, how else can I help Stephanie? How else can I get her the money that she's asking for? And that's fine. Okay, Stephanie, that's fine. Like I said,
you can't help me.
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it was nice chatting with you. If you still have this, on the market, and you still kind of want to get rid of it, keep me in your back pocket. I can send you my information, and
Okay.
we can go from there.
I'm gonna type it in the computer when I get home, and so I'll have it. Okay.
All
I got to
right,
get back to
Stephanie.
work. It's
Sounds good.
nice talking to you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Couldn't get her, boys.
I didn't hear the whole conversation. I heard the beginning. Seemed like it was going good, and then when I just joined back in to listen, it sounded like it was going terrible. What happened?
A little bit of both.
Alex,
What's-
can I ask you a question or give you some feedback?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I got thick skin.
So what was your end game with it? Like, where did you feel like you were a solution for her?
For me, probably just novate it. Probably, that's the last Hail Mary that I thought of
At
here.
what price?
Well, anything less than what she had it on, because she had it listed for 158, and then she has it at what'd she say, 145, I believe, or something like that on Facebook, and she only wants $100,000. So I think there's enough room there for a novation.
How?
You don't think so?
So how much would you market it at?
Well, that's a good question, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you market it at 130, you would
I don't
need it
know.
at 87. If you market it at 150, you would be at 105. So that means you would be marketing at the same price that she's marketing it right now.
Yeah, but on the MLS instead of Facebook Marketplace. That's the only thing that I was thinking in my head when I said that.
Yeah. So that's the only thing that's where I was a little bit lost on why that would be a solution. And the only reason I'm giving you feedback is you're pretty money on the phone, and I know you know what you're doing. I just feel, and I can be wrong because I'm not comping, I'm not doing anything, right? So I'm only going based on what I heard, right? So take it with a grain of salt. But I just feel like you might have been manufacturing a deal there to a
Possibly,
to a person who's not motivated. So you were on the phone probably for about half an hour when that phone call should have been 4 minutes.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. I think I should have kind of just double checked on my numbers, and instead of manufacturing something, kind of been like, yo, well, it looks like we can't, make each other happy here way sooner than I did.
Yeah, I think so. That's where I'm going. It's because you're good enough. You're too good for that call, is what I'm trying to get at.
So
And by the way, we make these
Agreed.
mistakes all the time. I do too.
I do
Right?
too.
And so I'm just letting you know, just in case maybe you're having a bad day, or maybe you're just having a streak of bad calls. Whatever it is, we're human beings. We make those. But I wanted to point it out to you so you can just, I don't know, maybe go for a quick walk, do whatever you need to do, ground yourself, and then come back stronger. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, absolutely.
I don't see that as an A-Rod call. I think A-Rod would have ended that in 5 minutes.
In 5.
No, I'm dead serious, bro.
No, yeah, I hear you, bro.
If you watch over that call, you're gonna be like, what the heck was I doing?
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess it was a last attempt of me try to dig up the real motivation, right? Because I knew there was something there, but at the end of the day, there was nothing, right? I kind of just assumed there was.
Yeah, because she said a few things that didn't make any sense. It's worth 143 because I bought it at 125.
Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am. Who cares about how much you bought it for? The market sets the price. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. And it's just like, I'm giving everyone a discount. I have it at 145. I'm selling at 108. That's a $33,000 discount. Okay, so then how is that good for an investor?
Yeah.
That's why I had said break down how we get our numbers.
Yeah. So those were like a couple of things, and she said a few other things that I was like, ooh. And by the way, you did a good job trying to pull on different strings to see if something would fall out.
Mhm.
But the thing was, nothing fell out.
Nothing fell out, and I kept pulling, right?
And you kept pulling.
Yeah.
Exactly. So good
No, I
job.
hear you.
Like, maybe
think
there's
I
a
can,
drop up here. Maybe there's a drop.
I think I'm better off just investing, my energy and time and the good skills that I do have into people who are actually motivated, where there isn't.
100%.
That's where I'm getting at. Yeah. That 30-minute phone call, you could have dialed 10 times and actually gotten to the one person where you're gonna get a $30,000
Right,
bank.
because they're not even it sounds like I heard the beginning and then I heard the end, and I don't even think there's a conversation to have about that number wise, right? Like, it doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely, guys. Love the feedback. Thank you. Always appreciate it.
Are you on a call, Alonzo?
No.
Okay. I've been trying to make dials and nothing will go out from my phone right now. Nothing. Like,
Really?
I'm trying. Yeah.
Sure, Ashley. Go use your cell phone.
I'll prove it right now as it goes through. Ready? Listen. There's nothing.
Watch me give that amazing feedback, and then I do exactly the same thing on my next.
Just keep saying calling, and then it hangs.
It happens to the best of us, Caesar.
It does, dude. It happened to me last week. I listened to a few of my calls. I'm like, what were you doing?
Like, why the fuck was I sitting here talking to this lady for, like 25 minutes more than I should have?
I'm gonna try restarting my phone.
Yeah, we all do it, and for everyone that's watching, we all make those mistakes. The only difference is we've been doing it enough times now where we catch it quick enough so that we can adapt and adjust quicker than most people.
And
most
guys,
newbies, I should say.
And it's hard to be objective when it comes to yourself. So that's why it's super important to be surrounded by people like this, right? To be in the community where the things that you can't see from the inside, other people can see from the outside. And they can give you feedback and constructive criticism that you can actually use, and don't take it as or get defensive as getting attacking. But that's why it's so good to be around the people that are doing this and being successful and stuff like this, because sometimes we get carried away. We won't see it in ourselves until someone else points it out,
Right.
100%, dude.
Right.
Because we get so robotic. It's just like,
Like, I don't know if you were here when I did that sub 2 call earlier. She told me she wasn't interested. I tried to dig into why she wasn't, and the second time she said it, I said, this isn't a deal, and I hung up. I said, well, you know what? Keep me in your back pocket. Call me if things change, because I don't want to waste any more time.
Yeah. Alonzo, are you part of any community or any groups at all?
Nope.
Nice.
What about the school community?
Yeah, I'm in the school.
Nice.
Let's go.
That's about it.
Well, you're doing a pretty good job, man. You sounded really good on the phone. You're composed. There were a couple of things, but I forgot now. But overall, man, you were pretty.
I appreciate it.
Pretty
There's
on
always
point,
something
man.
I could definitely work on, most definitely, and try to better myself every call.
The only thing I was going to say, and I know I probably missed something, but did you get a commitment at the end of that call?
What do you mean?
Like a verbal commitment or anything? Or
Oh, I told him, hey, I was like, talk to your wife.
Did you get a time to call back? Like, hey, when's wife going to be home or whatever?
Yeah, he said he's going. Yeah, he told me he's going home right now, and I told him I'll give him a call around like 5 o'clock this evening.
Cool. Did you call him back?
It's not 5. It's 4:30 my time.
No, it is 6:30 right now.
Oh well, Mountain Standard.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were in a different time zone.
Yeah, I'll give him a call then. But he seemed very serious. I just want to make sure his wife is on the same page.
Yeah, let
he
me
could
know
say
how
yes
that
to
goes.
something. Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
He said,
something's wrong.
I always think of he could say yes to something, but his wife is going to disagree,
I'm going to put my number in the private chat. Take it down and text me, and I'll save your number.
Cool.
Don't even do it. She don't text back ever.
Shut the heck up. You guys always picking on me. I sure
All right,
do.
guys. Well, I gotta take off, but it was nice sharing the stage with you guys. I'll
Are you
see you
busy in
all.
a little bit, Alex?
Not really. For what? What's going on?
I was gonna give you a call.
No, yeah. Call,
All
shoot me a call.
Okay.
Appreciate it, Caesar.
Bye.
Yep.
Later.
Okay. Here's my number.
All right. I'm gonna make a quick phone call right now. This is recorded. Well, we are live, so I can listen.
Yeah, we're live.
I'm gonna call one of my
And the thing is too, if we both leave, the live ends. But so if you need to go at a certain time, make sure you let me know, because me and you're the only ones that have admin. Oh no, Yuri's in here, but we don't want to leave this blank. But we're the only ones that have admin access.
Yeah, but not right now, not me, because I logged in differently.
You must have admin access. Did you just change the setup, or was that Yuri?
Hey, Shanasa?
I'm here.
Hey, Shanasa, it's Caesar. You and I were texting each other about your property on West Piper's Green. So you're still looking to sell this property, huh?
Yes, sir.
Great. How much you looking to get for it?
What I want to work out at the table is 400,000.
400,000? Did I hear you correctly?
That's my goal. You have to walk out of here.
Okay. When you say walk out of there, do you owe any money on this? Is there liens, mortgage, or anything like that at all?
Nothing. I bought it cash in the first place.
My man.
And I paid 380 for it cash. Then that was 4 or 5 years ago. So
how much did you buy it?
380.
380, huh?
Yeah.
And this was just a few years ago?
Yeah, 3 years. I think 3-4 years ago. Yeah, I think it was.
Oh man, what if you don't mind me asking? What got you looking to sell so quick?
No, I just before, I don't really want to sell so quick. I was going to put it on with my editor to put it in the market, but I just figured that I could just try cash and get it out quickly. But if not, it will be there for whenever they sell it.
Got it.
I bought it for an Airbnb, but it's not working out the way I wanted it to work out. So
that's what I was gonna ask. So you had it as a rental, huh? Airbnb.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And then so now you're selling it because you don't want to manage the Airbnb anymore. Did I hear you correctly?
I want to put my money somewhere else. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You got other projects you're working on?
Yes.
Sweet, man. I'm always interested in other people's projects. Are you what do you got going on?
No, nothing really. I have a couple of rentals downtown, and they're making me better money. So I want to put my money there and buy more there.
Gotcha. Okay. And did you say you're about to put this up on the market with a realtor?
I'll catch you guys later. I'll text you.
Yes, but I simply give me a week and let me try all the cash people.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. I mean, what is your main goal here? Do you want to sell this quick, or do you want to get maximum value?
I don't know what the maximum value is. I don't know how much you will sell in the market, but I know I should be able to get at least $400,000 off it.
Yeah. And this is a brick house, right?
It's a townhome, yeah, but it's just the location. The zip code is very, very great location here in Texas.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason why I'm asking is because I think market value is about 415. It's for a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2159 square feet, 2004 built, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a couple of properties in your neighborhood sold for 415. So, I mean, you're an investor, I'm an investor. If the market value is in the 400, I'm gonna need this like pretty low in order for me to, I can offer speed and convenience, but the trade-off is price, and you know that.
Like I said, I understand that. I don't want anybody to buy and lose, what I'm saying, but I don't want to lose myself. So I'll just wait and let the realtor put in the market. Once I think I wait till end of February. Once we go into spring, when people start buying houses,
Yeah.
I'll leave them for quite a bit.
That's what I would do.
Enough to know. Yeah, once you hit summer now, once you hit spring, the prices start going up. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, man. Are you needing the capital? Is that why you're selling? I mean, I know the Airbnb's
Yes.
not working for you, but do you need the big
Yes,
capital?
Yeah, I need the capital. Yeah,
Okay, how much do you need?
I need 400,000.
You need 400,000 for your project? Okay. Yeah,
Yes, that's right.
yeah, because
I'm gonna wait. Yeah.
the reason why I was asking is if you didn't need the capital, maybe if you can hold a note on it, I'm more than happy to entertain that and see if I can cash flow and and then now you have a monthly income coming in for a few years. You know what I mean? The only other thing too is that I think you put it up on the market with a realtor at 415, and then you're probably gonna walk out of here with less than 415 after realtor fees and everything. You know what I mean?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll probably walk out with like
But
370, 380, yeah, about 370.
the realtor fee is about 6%. So that's
Yeah, so
that's
so
about
6% plus
but the realtor we agreed that we're going to put it off for 425. It's going to be there. It will sell. It's the zip code. At 425 it will sell, and the realtor will take theirs, and I'll still get my 400.
yeah. All right, brother. Well, do you have any other house that you're looking to sell? Maybe that's
No.
uglier and cheaper than this one?
No.
No. All right. Are you? Hey, by the way, are you actively buying properties to add to your portfolio?
Yes.
Okay.
Actively buying, yeah.
Where do you usually buy?
I like to buy in Houston, but I don't mind buying outside if I get a good deal.
Houston? Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Besides making money, what's a good deal to you?
You know what? That's a good question. A good deal to me is always about I mean, the house has to appreciate, and that's why I don't like this. I don't like this house. It wasn't appreciated.
Yeah, I saw what you said. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Do you?
that's a good offer.
So when you
I don't want to pay any part of the mortgage, so I want the renter to be able to pay the mortgage and still have cash flow.
Yep. You want to be able to cash flow. Okay. So then, so because you said appreciation, so you're a buy and hold kind of guy. You like to hold a lot of your properties, yeah?
Yes, I like to hold here.
Okay. Do you usually do like the Burr method, or where you cash out right away, or does that matter to you?
No, it doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter to you. Okay. And then as far as cash flow, you just want to make sure that, well, let me ask you this. I mean, if rent there is if I'm saying if mortgage is $1,000 a month, how much mortgage do you need it to be?
Yeah, so if mortgage is $1,000, you want the rent to pay the mortgage, pay the taxes, pay the HOA, and still get to some cash flow. It doesn't have to be a lot, but enough to offset those times when the tenant will say something is broke or something needs to be fixed.
Yep. Yeah, okay, cool. So you definitely want it to be like at least 1.5 the rent.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Okay, I got you, brother. Yeah, the reason I'm asking is because in certain markets, certain time, let's say I have a full plate, I'll definitely wholesale a deal, especially in Houston. And so you never know, I might come across a deal that might fit your portfolio, and
Just let me know.
I will definitely let you know, my man. And did I say your name correctly, by the way? Shinasa?
Yes, you did.
Perfect. I'll as soon as we get off the phone, man, I'll text you from my cell phone number. Okay. And then I'll send you all my Blink card, which is a digital business card. It has all my info, my email address, my YouTube channel, the whole shebang.
All right, then. Thank you very much for calling.
All right, brother. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Caesar, I'll be right back. I need to run upstairs. My daughter has a fever. She's not been feeling well, and I gotta get her moved upstairs real quick.
Don't worry about that. This fuck.
Were you talking to me?
Yeah, I'll be right back, okay?
Oh, yeah. Cool. Let's see. What do we have here? Sweet. All right, I'm on. If you guys have any questions, drop it. Let me just make a note on this one. This is a buy and hold buyer. Just need the cash flow. Houston. Send text. Nice.
Hello,
Hello, may I speak with Mandy?
speaking.
Hey, Mandy, good evening. My name is Caesar. Just calling about your property out in Port Charlotte on League Avenue. Looks like you either filled out a form on one of my sites or maybe spoke with one of my referral partners. Either way, I just want to see if you're still looking to sell this property.
Yeah, my husband and I have been talking about putting it up for sale. Yes.
Oh, okay,
We
great.
hadn't made a final decision, but we're kind of leaning in that direction to get something because it's a little far away from us. So we're thinking about selling that and then reinvesting in something closer to where we live. So
Gotcha. Okay, so if I heard you correctly, you and your husband are tinkering with the idea of selling it because you live too far away. Did I hear you correctly?
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you guys how much are you guys looking to get for this?
If we sell it just directly, ourselves, and without a realtor and stuff, actually, hold on for just a second, okay?
Sure, ma'am.
All right, I'll be right back with you. Hold on. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. You there?
Oh, yeah, no, you don't need to apologize. That's totally fine.
Okay. So, okay, I'm sorry, what did you ask me?
Yeah, how much were you guys looking to get for this?
If we were to sell it probably ourselves, by owner or through a program, something like of what you've got going on, honestly, we're probably looking at about 275 is what we'd be looking to get for it. It's got a brand new roof on it. It's got a brand new, practically a new water heater in there. It could use a little bit of upgrade, but at the same time, it's ready to go. I could rent it and have somebody, I could rent it this week if we wanted. And it has been a successful rental property for us. But there's always room for improvement, upgrading, because it's been a few years since anything's been done. So, but yeah, probably 275 would be what we would be looking to get on it.
275 is what you guys would be looking. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned a couple of things. You said it's been a successful rental for you guys. Actually, that was going to be my next question is why not rent this out? It seems like it's still in a good condition and nice neighborhood.
Well, we're gonna be back there in a few weeks, and we're gonna make a decision. So we're the month of February because we're gonna be there the first week of March, and either we're gonna be selling, going ahead and listing it out there by owner and seeing if there's any interest, or we're gonna be renting it and putting, taking applications and doing that while we're in town for a week and getting somebody in there.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, how far away do you guys live?
We're going to be on City Beach.
How far is that?
It's about 6 hours.
Oh, it's about 6 hours.
And
oh, that's quite
traffic,
a bit.
Yeah, with traffic and stuff. The last time we went, it took us 8.5 hours. So.
Jeez. I mean, if you don't mind me asking, and by the way, if you guys do that, how are you guys going to manage the sale of this and putting it on the market?
Well, I have a friend that's there that can go and show the house for me. So, and that's one of the things. If we do it by owner, I'd have to list it out there, and then she would go and show the house, for us, and then we would handle everything, that way. And renting, like I said, I mean, we've done that. She has shown the house before and met the people for us in the past on one of our tenants. And but otherwise, when we're in town, I mean, our last tenants were in there for almost 4 years. So.
Oh wow.
And then they bought a house, because they were happy. So, and we didn't raise the rent or anything like that. Yeah.
Gotcha. How much do you think I can rent this place out for if I were to buy it and keep it as a rental?
I would be renting it out. We can rent it out. We've rented it out for $2,000 a month, but we were considering increasing that because my girlfriend who lives in the area, she's like, everybody's looking for rental. Nobody could find a rental. She's like, you could get $2,500 a month, for your rental. You should charge more. So we're like, $2,500 seems like a lot, and she's like, well, everybody's looking for a rental and they're hard to find. So we've considered, increasing it, but we've rented it for, $2,000 a month.
Yeah. And I don't even know if you guys still want to deal with tenants and toilets being 8 hours away?
Yeah, well, and that's just it. I mean, that's what we have been doing, and have done. We got very fortunate, with the last tenant that we had in there for, like I said, almost 4 years, because he was actually, a handyman. And so when, if something went wrong, then, like the toilet handle, something was wrong with the toilet handle, and he just bought one, replaced it. And then when he paid the rent, he sent the receipt showing where he went and bought the handle or whatever, and put it in there and just deducted it off of his rent, and he had fixed it himself. And in fact, and even, we kind of forgot about it. I mean, it wasn't a big deal for us, but it's actually written in our lease that anything that was like under $100 fix type of thing was their responsibility. So, but we haven't had any major issues. We had to replace the microwave. All of a sudden stopped working, and we replaced that. So that's a new microwave. And then something was wrong with the dishwasher, and we replaced that. They told us, and we just called Lowe's, and we ordered it online, and he's like, I'll go pick it up. He's like, I'll pick it up, I'll install it, and get it in here so that we don't have to wait. And it's like, okay. So it just worked out, so that's the only thing that we ever, had an issue with, except when the storm came, and they had a big storm. So was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
And then we had some shingles and stuff off the house, and the roof was kind of old anyhow. And so we actually just did a repair, but then we actually replaced the roof. It's got a brand new roof on it. And that was replaced 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Roughly.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to fix, or pretty much it's in good condition right now?
It's in good condition. The only thing that I would say is that, the air conditioning unit on that, we have not replaced it since we bought it. It's work, it works. It worked great when we were there. A couple of months ago, when were we there? We were there for Thanksgiving, and we stayed there for about a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked like a champ, and we had no issues, because it was nice and hot and we needed air.
Yeah.
So it wasn't cold. So everything was good with it, but we do know that unit it's old. It's coming to a point to where you could probably add Freon into it, or whatever, and it would last you a year, maybe 2 longer. But it's getting to that point where it's getting about time to get a new unit,
Yeah, I got you.
That's what we would do. We probably, needed a true repair or anything. Like I said, it's currently working. There's no issue with it now. But if something needed some type of repair, we would probably just go ahead and replace it.
Got it.
At that point, just because it is old, and we do know that. So.
Got you. Okay. Well, if you don't mind me asking, and there's a reason, what's your guys' end game here? Like, what are you guys trying to accomplish? Do you guys want like the maximum value? Do you guys value speed and convenience? And the only reason why I'm asking is because if I can help out and be a solution for you guys, one way or the other, I mean, I would love to.
I mean, honestly, I don't kind of know how to answer your question other than to say, you know, we're not in a hurry. We're not in a rush. We're not hard up for money. You know, there's nothing of that sort going on. It's just a matter of, you know, and again, like I said, we've been talking about it because we haven't had anybody in there for the last, I guess, God, almost a year now, because my husband said, oh, we're going to sell it. We're going to sell it. He's like, don't rent it back. You know, we're not going to rent it back out. Don't mess with it. And I was like, okay. But then now we've been on it and we literally have been having conversations.
You've been having what? I'm sorry. What did you say?
Sorry, having the conversations the last 30, 45 days saying, okay, what houses? Because we have multiple, damn, hold on a second. We have multiple rental properties. So, and we're kind of going, okay, what do we want to do? Which ones do we want to keep? Which ones do we want to sell? You know, yeah. And what do we want to do? And we're thinking, you know, he's like, pretty much has kind of convinced me to sell the Port Charlotte property and then reinvest that money and buy another property, a rental property here in Panama City Beach. That way we can maintain it ourselves and have it, you know, here where it's in our back door as opposed to being, you know, potentially 8 hours away.
Absolutely. And how much do you guys need for that one?
For which one?
For the one that you guys would like to buy, the new rental.
We don't have one yet that we're looking at. He's just kind of looking around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's nothing that we have our eye on at the moment, you know, at this time.
Got it. Okay.
Like I said, yeah, we're not in any rush. We're not in a hurry. It's not like we're in dire straits. I mean, you know, if you're gonna say, look, I'll give you $200,000 for it, I would be like, well, thank you for calling, because that's never gonna happen.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I completely understand.
I'm just gonna be honest, you know.
No, and I appreciate that. And you know what? I'm the same way. I always tell folks I'm no baker. I don't like to sugarcoat things. And sometimes I lose deals that way, but you know what? I get to sleep like a baby at night. You know what I mean? Not every call's a deal, and you sound like an investor yourself, so you definitely can understand that, you know, I definitely want to make sure you guys cash out, because at some point I'm going to be cashing out my properties. So I want to make sure you cash out. That being said, I also got to have enough meat on the bone on my side, because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. Right. And so I think there's.
Have you looked at the comps in the area
I
around there?
I have. So I was actually going to ask you, let's say I do fix this up and get it caught up to date to like 2026, 2025. How much do you think I can sell it for?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Probably a better conversations with my husband on that.
Okay.
So, yeah, because that whole area that out there where this house is located, they are building now all around. There was a protective order that was in that area for the longest time. I guess they had started building, and there were scrub jays, and scrub jays were protected.
Mm-hmm.
So then all the building, I guess, everything came to a halt, and nobody could build out there anymore. Because the scrub jays had all settled in, and because they were protected, nobody could touch the properties.
Yeah.
So I guess they're gone now.
Yeah.
After all these years, I don't really know what happened with that, or if they got them moved, or whatever the heck happened there. I don't know. And now there are lots that have started building. There's a house that's built behind our home there, and I don't know. I'd have to ask my husband, but I think that house was selling for, I don't know if it was that one or the one on another street, but all of them are somewhere in that, you know, $450,000 to $500,000 range for these new constructions. But I will say also too, though, that on these, these houses, we walk in and took a look at a couple of them, and they're quick builds, they're cookie cutter, and I say cookie cutter only because of the build, the building material. We built our home here in PCB. We see the house got built across the street. It's day and night, depending on which builders you use and stuff. And since we did our own build, we got to kind of watch the process with everything. And, these houses are quick stick throw ups. And, our house has, there is built a little differently. And that was one of the things that, my husband very specifically was excited about. Hey, what was the house, Port Charlotte, I'm talking about, League Avenue? What was the house, how was that built with the wind ratio thing, with the steel and the...
Yeah. So, it's a block, so it's normal that from 2007 block, but it's got steel framing instead of wood framing on all the interior steel frame.
And then what was that whole power box thing, the electrical stuff and all of that was like different too or something? Some wiring or something with it? Whatever, you don't remember? No? Okay, all right. It's like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so it was a steel frame block house as opposed to wood block house. And, so it was from the safety storm stuff or whatever. All these other houses are built with wood and stuff, and this was like an upgraded thing that the original builder was doing on that house when we got it. And so it was like, oh, okay, well, it's kind of hard to move steel or wood, breaking or whatever. So he was very excited about stuff like that. I was like, okay, whatever. So
I gotcha.
So what do you could sell it for? I mean, honestly, I don't know. If we want to get top dollar for it and put it out there, and go for more and list it, he said we would probably, when we're there in March, we're going to paint the outside and bring it up to either speed with, with the new builds, doing the white and the black or the charcoal gray and, with the black and whatever, because that's what everybody's doing. That's what all these new constructions are doing. And putting a $2,500 paint job on the outside of the house will get you a much bigger return than it's sitting there with its current beige. Because it also used to have a brown roof, and now it doesn't. Now it has it has a brand new, like gray silver roof on it. So,
and is that something that you guys would want to do though, being 6-8 hours away?
Well, we're going to come and stay for, once we make our decision, if we're going to sell it, we're going to come down there and we're going to stay for 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
And then my husband will take the house.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, based on everything that you've said so far, and by the way, the way I operate is I always just like to know what the end game is from the seller's point of view, right? Because at the end of the day, when people sell their homes, they're either running away from pain or they're running towards pleasure, right? So either they're solving a problem or trying to achieve a goal. And if I can solve, either one, then those are the type of deals that I absolutely love. It sounds like you guys, there's a lot of different options that you can do, where I can come into play and where I can be an easy button for you guys. I'm really just looking at 2 different ways. I'll explain both of them. If any of them make sense, then great. Let's dive deeper into it. And if not, that's totally fine. Not every call's a deal, so no pressure on my end. Okay. So obviously the first one is a straight up cash deal, which will offer you speed and convenience. That being said, obviously the trade-off is going to be the price, right? And you already said that if I were to make you an offer at 200,000, you would say no go on that one. So yeah, so on something like this, just looking at the comps in the area, I would have to be in that range for a straight cash deal. So I already know that's off the table, so I'm not going to talk about that. The other option, and there's a reason why I'm bringing this up, and I'll bring up the pros and cons on this, Have you ever heard of a novation by any chance?
Of what? I'm sorry.
Do you know what a novation is?
Novation?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay, so this I only offer to a few folks who have a house that maybe a little bit outdated, where it can, it needs a little bit of TLC, but not a whole lot. Like, it's not a distressed property, right? And that sounds like that's your type of house. Like, it's not distressed. Yes, can it be updated? Absolutely, but it's not distressed. The second reason why I would offer something like this is if it's someone that lives far away, where it would take time away from them to be able to maintain, manage the property, to be able to sell it on the market. Okay. And so what a novation is, let's say you and I agree on a certain price. Okay. And then what happens then is then I'm the one that's going to be in charge of any maintenance, marketing, and management. I'll even be in charge of hiring a realtor. I'll pay for any costs related to the transaction. So whether that's if I have to put on some paint, if I have to pay for some staging, if I have to pay for a realtor, the whole shebang, it's all going to come out of my pocket. Closing costs is going to come out of my pocket too.
So you are like the two sister girls on HGTV.
Wow.
Where they go in and they do basically what you're saying. They'll go in, they'll look at everything, they'll decide if they even want to knock out a wall or do this, that, and the other. They will upgrade the property. They agree on the price that they're going to buy at, and then they take everything out of their pocket, everything like what you're saying. They sell the house, list the house, all the, the expenses out of the house. You gotta know what I'm talking about. It's the same identical thing.
Yeah.
And then they get the offers, and then, let's just say hypothetically, you go in, you put $50,000 into the house, and then you turn around and you sell the house for $450,000, and originally we were only going to be asking, $325,000, and you get a full price offer. So then any of the monies from the $350,000 to the what you sell it for over then is a split in the profits over and stuff. Is yours game kind of the same thing?
It's very similar. But the thing is, I won't be knocking down any walls. I would be doing very little amount of rehab, if any. And so pretty much what I'm doing is I'm not looking for after repair value. I'm just looking for a current market value. I'll want to make sure that I hire the right realtor, that their number one goal is to sell this as quickly as possible, not necessarily their commission. As you know, most realtors do that, and that's why houses sit on the market for a long time. Usually when I do this, I like to move it within 60 days, since we are in the winter time. So maybe 60 to 90 is what I would be aiming for. Yeah, so that being said, if we were to do something like that on the novation side, I would probably need this like in the 230s.
Yeah. So I don't think that that's something that we're going to be interested in, at this time. I mean, if something were to change, I could let you know. But, honestly, we do, we got that as the general contractor for the build for our own personal home. We're going to be actually doing another build on a property that's right next door to our new build. This is really kind of, right up our alley, and my husband does a lot of that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I completely understand. And that's the reason why I said, if you guys don't want to drive back and forth, or if you don't want to take the time to go over there, manage it, and do what you need to do, then I can be an easy button. That being said, you guys have the skills, the skill set, the experience to make this happen, put a little bit of rehab and put it on the market for max value. So if you have the time, and obviously sounds like you have the capital, but if you have the time and the energy to do that, then obviously that would be your number one best bet.
Right.
If you don't want to do that, then let me know, because then that's when I can come in and really help you guys out. So in that way you can focus on your house and other projects that you have, and I'll take care of this for you guys, and you just collect once this thing gets sold on the market. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's really just more of a convenience thing if you decide to do the novation deal with me. Otherwise, there's no point for you to do it, because you already have the skill set and the experience to do it yourself.
Right. And so, yeah, so I'll definitely, save your number in my phone. Like I said, in case something changes for some reason, because we actually do have another property that's in Northport. It's about 10 minutes from this property, that we've gone in on with a friend as an investment property, and to help another friend out. And we've got a few things going on legal wise with that property, and so we're gonna kind of be around in the area,
Gotcha.
back and forth, getting a few things done. So if it ends up being that we need to, shift our focus to just strictly to this other property, once we get through the legal part of it, then he may be like, yeah, let's just go ahead and sell this,
Mm-hmm.
take our money from that, and then reinvest and put it into this other property that's it's with 3 lots. So
Exactly. So at the end of the day, it just depends on what you want to accomplish, and I can be the easy button. I mean, you're an investor as well, right? Like us investors, usually we're not the best solution, but we're the easy button for a lot of folks.
yeah.
And so if you need an easy button, call Caesar. I'm more than happy to make it happen for you. I am part of a huge community, and either whether I'm the end buyer or not, I will always be transparent and let you know. And I've helped out a lot of fellow investors like yourself all across the country as well. And it's just a matter of whether they need my help or not. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll definitely add you to my contacts as well. I'll even text you for my personal cell so you have all my info. Like I'll send you my digital business card.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and then I do have a YouTube channel as well, so I'll send that over to you so you can see how I've helped other investors. And then one last thing before I let you go, are you guys continuously adding more properties in your portfolio?
We are going to add another one because when we sell, should we make the decision to sell this one, then we are going to turn around and reinvest that into another property. And so we will be doing at least one more property.
Okay.
But we've got the one that, like I said, we're going to be doing another new build right next door to our new build. And that's going to probably be, our biggest take on for later this year. And that will probably consume a big portion of our time.
Okay.
And our resources, because it's just, when we're acting as the general contractor and having to hire and deal with all the subs, then it's a different story than just going in and doing a remodel.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, the reason why I asked that is because there are times when, just like you, I have other projects that I'm working on, and maybe my plate is full, and I come across a good lead, and I see that it is a deal for someone, maybe even for myself, but I just have a full plate and I can't manage it. So in those cases, I don't mind, wholesaling some properties over to a fellow investor like yourself. I usually get them pretty deep. And so for the most part, I'll be looking at it and underwriting as if I'm the one that's buying it. So in that way, I know by the time I send it to you, I know you're making money.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Well, if you find, a situation where you've got something that comes up in Panama City Beach,
okay,
let me know. We have one out in Bonifay, so already we don't want anything else that's that's about an hour away. So we've got that one, but we want to get something that's going to be, what we're going to add on, we want it to be within 20 minutes of where I live,
Got it.
We want it to be right here in our area, and to be able to use it, as a rental investment property, for short-term rental. So if you come across something that's, that you have to take a pass on, then definitely keep us in mind. So,
okay.
We will be looking as well. So,
do you usually buy cash? Do you like buying creatively? What's your ammo, and how do you, like, if I were to come to you with a deal, like, what would be a good deal where you cannot say no to?
what would be a good deal that I could not say no to?
Yes, ma'am. Besides making a lot of money.
Well, if you came to us and you said that you had a rental that was, or that you found a house that was, across the street from the beach, on the beach, or within 2 blocks of the beach, for that was, a good, no HOA, no gated neighborhood type of thing, because we don't like dealing with that.
Yep.
Because then there's, restrictions with short-term rentals and so forth. And so it just becomes a pain in the ass, quite frankly. So, but, anything that is within, like I said, within 2 blocks of the beach and under $400,000.
Okay.
Then that's what, we would be looking, take a hard look at that and
Gotcha.
see.
Do you usually like to go for like a light, medium, full rehab, full gut? Does it matter or?
I mean, it just really depends on where the property's at.
Okay.
If someone, had a complete total gut job, even down to the studs, or a new construction that got left behind that ended up they, bottomed out on, and it's just sitting there with just studs, then we're comfortable with that.
Okay.
Because we can do all of that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it would just all be about location and how much they want for it.
Absolutely. Well, I will.
Yeah, and that's even looking at lots, because we're even just looking at lots as well.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you do lots, how do you usually buy? You usually buy like 30, 40 cents on a dollar, or do you usually go for like the 10% of what you can build it to?
Well, I don't know what my husband's method is to it.
Gotcha.
what he does with that, but we look at the location, and what we're looking for really is we've been looking for a water lot. Anything that's on, kind of a partial canal that's getting in there, or, that can get access to, out to the ocean,
Okay.
or on one of the lakes, even we would be interested in that. So it's just all about, we stopped and looked at a lot, on Sunday. So, and we're like, that one doesn't seem like that's really going to be a good buildable lot. And it didn't. It was at the end of the lagoon, so it was, the water level was, extremely low. So then we're like, yeah, that probably isn't going to be a good fit for us. And they had it for sale. Basically it was up for sale. No one bid on it. So we know the owner's still trying to get rid of it, but,
Yeah.
So
I got
to make an offer on it, again, it's all about location and what's going with it. That's where the determination of everything kind of comes into play with a lot. So
Wonderful.
and on a water lot like that, 200 or 250. That one that we went and looked at, well, how much was the one that we just went? Oh, that was 125.
Yeah. And now that it's off market, I would just contact you directly.
Right.
90,000.
Yeah. So, and that lot, they were asking 125 for it, and but now that it's off, he was saying now that it's off market, we would just contact the owner directly and say, hey, we'll give you 90,000 for it.
Mm-hmm.
With no realtor,
Yep.
And then if we were interested in it, but right now we don't think that we are. We think we're going to take a pass on that.
I gotcha. No problem. All right. Well, Mandy, I had a pleasure speaking with you. I'm glad I was able to connect with you, and hopefully our paths cross again, and I'll send you guys some deals and maybe vice versa. I always value long-term relationship more than any individual deal. So let's stay in touch, and hopefully I can make you and your husband some money in the future.
Well, hopefully we can make you some too.
Absolutely. I love that. All right. You guys have a good one, okay? Enjoy your dinner.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Well, at least I now have another buyer.
Nice.
Location.
I've been trying to get someone on the phone the whole time you were talking. My phone's working again.
Yeah, my for some reason my CRM wasn't working either, and so I've been calling out of my cell phone.
Yeah. I want to break something down for the viewers to that call because I think some newbies might get confused on some of the things you did, and I know why you did some of the things you did because A, that was an investor. B, you were developing a relationship, a buy, like having her as a buyer, and you were trying to pick around to see what she had for properties. You don't always, and this is for the viewers, not you. When pitching a novation, that's an exit strategy us investors take. It's not an acquisition strategy, right? So it's something that how you're dispoing your property. So typically you don't necessarily use the word novation with the seller. The reason why he did that was because this was an investor and he knew that, and he was building that relationship, and he was curious, hey, have you ever heard of this strategy? So if you're trying to pitch innovation, I typically like to go into it like, hey, white glove handoff experience, what people usually say, but you can, word it however you want, as long as you're coming across with, hey, we take everything off your plate. You sit back, you relax. I think if we did a few updates and here or there, we could definitely get you that price, whatever price that novation price is for them, as long as your numbers pencil out. But I just wanted to add that in just in case anyone got confused. I don't know if you disagree.
No, I completely agree with you on that one. And innovation is definitely a pitch that I'm working on myself, so it's not completely ironed out yet. So I do appreciate that. That's great feedback. I have heard a lot of other different ways of pitching it. I just like to be upfront, so I just tell them. But I also haven't. I've only done one novation deal so far, so maybe that's
I love
why.
novations. I truly do.
Um,
They're
and
awesome.
then for this one, the only reason why I went there too is because they live 6 hours away. So
Nice.
there's actually a reason why a novation will work,
Mhm.
and that's why she even agreed with me towards the end. That's why I said, look, at the end of the day, it's going to be a convenience factor for you. If you want convenience, so you can focus on your other projects, then yeah, novation would be good. But if not, you've got the skill set. You can comp this fucking thing. You can, excuse my language. You can do all of this. You don't necessarily need me for it. And so I
Yeah.
think she appreciated that and she understood it. So let's see. Maybe she
I
comes
haven't
back and be like, hey, I actually need to focus on this thing. Let's see what we can do.
I have a novation calculator that I'm going to share with you too.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one. And no, viewers, do not ask me for it because I will not give it. This will be like for trainings and coaching and stuff. There'll be ways you can get it, but I'm not giving it out. Let me just make a copy and send it to you.
I mean, there were a couple of houses that sold for $335. The only problem is that it was like 70 days, and it was earlier last year, and so market has softened up. So I'm looking at it as 290 would be what we can put it on the market for, and then that would be like 230, 235 for her. But I mean, it's not that far off from her 275 ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and hey, you created a relationship there for a potential buyer on things you get, which is great, right?
Yep, exactly. And they buy lots too, so that's even awesome.
All right, I'm sending this to you right now. You should get it in just a second. Just verify that you got that.
Are you
I don't know.
texting it to
I
me
don't
or
know
what?
any other Caesars, so I emailed it to you.
Oh yeah, I got it. What is this? Oh yeah.
It's simple. It's
Yep.
super simple, but it's cool if you can just plug it in while you're on the phone.
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying. I'll probably make another couple dials and then I'll probably call it a night. I'm gonna go make some dinner, but I'd like to make another couple calls.
Yeah, you go make another call. My back is killing me,
Oh,
dude.
that's a good idea. You know who just messaged me? Our buyer for Richie.
Oh, what about it?
He just messaged me. Any updates from Richie? I don't freaking know because I forgot about that bag.
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
I don't know. Like he's so all over the place. It's like ridiculous. Like worse than me.
Yeah.
He had me dying though. I wish he would have been recorded when he was doing this. I'll tell you in a minute. Then I'm trying to call him. He's probably drunk.
I mean, it is Tuesday, so yeah, probably.
Yeah. You know everyone likes to drink on Tuesdays.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Richie, it's Ashley. I'm just calling to check in. Let me know what's going on because I know last time we talked, things were pretty tight and we were on a time crunch. So, if you know we're gonna do anything, I'd like to do it pretty soon. Give me a call. Even if you change your mind, call me. Hope you're well. Bye. Okay. Let me at least message the buyer. Well, and you know what's cool is I found a buyer. He already, I guess he's already gotten it approved and everything. Like he wants to go forward.
Yeah, yeah.
So that would be cool because I mean, even if we each only make a couple $1,000s, it's something, right? Hey, I haven't heard from him. I just left him a message and told him that obviously there's a time crunch and he needs to give me a call. So as soon as I hear from him, I will let you know. That's how I text guys. So if you ever receive a weird text, I don't usually proofread them until like I have a second. I'm like, shit, that's not what I said.
The only thing I would say about this calculator that you just sent me is, well, I mean, you get to change it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you change it because honestly, like percentages are different for some people. Like some people do the 60%.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
so
this is pretty money. It's pretty dead on. I would just probably err on the caution of just $30,000 profit versus 20 for concessions. Because
oh yeah, you can change that. You can
yeah,
change
that's
that.
what I noticed. I just noticed that you can change it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you saw, what I sent you, that was me playing around during a coaching.
Coaching thing, yeah. That's what I figured.
Yeah, and I was just showing people how you could change it out and stuff.
Yep.
So, and like showing them the difference on like the desired profit, how much it will affect, you know what I mean? Obviously the max law will offer and stuff like that. But
yeah,
yeah,
this is a good calculator.
It is.
It's really good. I like it.
Sure is.
Thank
And that's
you.
why you're welcome. I actually gave it to anybody who had attended the coaching that you and I did for Yuri this week. You were the day before I was. I don't know what you coached. I coached comping.
I just broke down like the king closer formula.
Yeah. But it was funny because I used calculators for everything, so I haven't had to like write it out for a while and do it like that way that I was trying to coach, that I literally did the equation wrong for like the first half and I literally had to fix it. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you guys. And then that's when I opened Deal Sauce and I was like, this is why I screwed up because I haven't done it that way in a long time.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Let's see what happens here. I'm just calling out of my cell because I feel like my CRM is tagging me as spam.
You can also hear calls better when you call from your cell phone versus CRM. I don't know for you, but for me, because like it's so hard to make it go
Your
louder
call
when
has
I'm
been forwarded to voicemail.
Yep.
like it sounds so loud and clear with you right now. So I'm assuming it does it to you as well because you do high level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Call me when you get a quick second.
Sure, why not?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone,
I'll mute
please
myself.
record your message.
Toms River, New Jersey. Three months. Get out of here. A vacant property. Why do you got to wait 3 months? Ooh, this could be a good one. Reason for selling is planned move out of the state. The property is described as being in good condition, currently vacant, and has been owned for about 5 years. Love that. The homeowner does not have a set asking price and confirms there is a mortgage on the property with no major issues in I think I'm gonna give it a try because they bought it like within 2 to 5 years ago, and there's a shit ton of buyers in Chicago. And this is in a good area too. I was waiting for like confirmation from you, Caesar, but like, yeah.
What? Sorry.
I was reading a call summary for a property in Chicago, Illinois, but it's like the good area because it said sold comps in the area is like 653,000. It looks like it's right on the water.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and it seemed like a very good AI call summary. And it said that it's been owned 2 to 5 years, which I love because that's like right when interest rates were still good.
Yeah,
And I guess they did express they want to close in 2 weeks. So this could be a good sub to wrap.
Could be.
All right, I'm gonna get it. We have buyers
folks.
in there, right? Like there's a ton.
Oh, Chicago for sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was the that I needed.
Do it. That being said, I do have to get going. So I do have a one-on-one that I'd scheduled.
That's okay.
But
when are you doing barbershop?
You get what you do. Oh, the barbershop talk?
Yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah, I want to be part of it.
I only do it like with my Sav 10 guys, and I only do it like in the beginning of the Sav 10 class. That's like usually my first, second session. But
those
it's good,
are good.
right? It helps people think like, hey, this is actually not that difficult. It's just our job is to find a problem that we can solve. And if we can solve it, great. That's why in that last call, I was like, there's really not much unless she values convenience. She just talked a lot. But the good news is I got a buyer out of it. So
she may still do that novation with you.
She might, absolutely.
That could still turn into something. That wasn't like a total 100% no, you know?
No, it's not. No, it really just depends on what happens with her other projects. I mean, she did say she has to go through some legal stuff with the other one. So that legal stuff may just take the focus away from her, where she's going to be like, all right, screw it. Let's take a haircut and just get this thing done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I loved that. And yeah, and as far as like the role playing and stuff, I think that's great, especially for newbies. So when I first started and I got on to Sean's team, we used to actually role play every single day from noon to 1. Like either role play or go over underwriting, comping, just like aggressively, which grows you. It really does.
Oh yeah.
And I
It's
think
like a
it's
warm
good.
up.
Yeah.
It's like a warm up. That's what it is. And role plays are great, especially if you have someone that you're connected with. And you want to make sure at least you have one person that's ahead of you. So that way, you know what I mean? Because you don't want the blind leading the blind, right? So you definitely want to have at least one person ahead of ahead of, where they are in their journey versus yours. They're a little bit ahead of you. Because if you're gonna screw up, you might as well screw up in front of me. Screw up in front of
Right.
your role play partner. It doesn't cost you anything. Get some honest feedback, and then boom, now you've gotten the words out of your mouth. You got the jitters out. Now you're ready to just make calls.
But not only that, like even let's say me and you did a role play right now. Okay. Or whoever. I think people watching role plays too is really great because we can bring up scenarios, right? For
Yep.
examples and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know what I wanted to do? And real quick before you go, there's only 11 people watching, so I wasn't going to announce it because I thought it would be super fun and funny if we did some role plays, but like I was gonna do, how like when you watch like some reels and stuff and it's one person plays like two parts, like the seller, like I was gonna dress up like a farmer for the seller and then be like me at my desk and then answer as a farmer.
That's so
Do
funny.
you want to do something like that, like a video, and then we can
That
merge
would
them
be
together?
that would be so funny.
Yeah, and then we could like have it cut and like edited for like content.
That would be pretty funny.
I think it would be great, and I think that it would get a lot of views, and I think that it would be educational, and I think that it would just, I don't know, it'd be fun.
That would be fun. That's a great idea. Well,
Yeah.
Ashley, it was awesome as always. You're gonna have to take this home on your own.
I got it.
Cool. I'll see you guys
Have
later.
a good night.
Have a good one. Yep.
Bye. We're all alone, everybody. Just kidding. So I just bought a lead, so we're gonna give it a call. And actually, let me do this real quick. Let me make sure that Yuri doesn't want to come back on at all, if he wants me to end it or not. Are you going to want me to end the live, or do you want to come on? So I don't know if you guys have checked out their packages, but there's still packages and they only go till Sunday. There's some really good ones. I'm not just saying this, but their lead quality is pretty good. Like, no complaints over here. I think it's super cool because we're all like locking up contracts or getting, at least a verbal yes. Like, I'd love to hear what Alonzo's situation, the first call of the night that happened earlier. I think that could definitely turn into something for sure. Let me just make sure that I have the chat open just in case anybody wants to talk. Okay. I'm gonna call this new one. Yeah, there was the AI call summary. I don't know if you guys heard it. I was kind of mumbling it, so I don't know if anyone really heard it, but there wasn't much about motivation besides they're leaving the state. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess that's motivation, I guess.
Hello?
Hey, Michael. Michael?
Hold on.
Can you hear? No, what happened? Is it? No. I'm trying to, like, that's definitely Michael, Michael. Like,
Please leave your message.
Really?
312-890-8055.
hey, my name's Ashley. I'm actually really interested in West Irving Park Road, the property over there. I am looking to pick one up very soon so I could close fast. If you're interested, please call me back. You can call this number. Feel free to text me on my personal cell. It's 207-590. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Well then. I will see what else we can call. Okay, let's see. Gary called this one today, yeah. Okay, let's just do this. I got an idea. Didn't get through today. This one. You guys know how it goes, right? It's like when you can't get one person on the phone, it goes like that for the majority of the night. But if that one person answers, then usually everyone answers.
Hello?
Hey, George.
Yes.
Hi, George.
I'm George.
Oh, you're not George?
No, is this about the plot for the aerial?
It is. Yeah.
I think somehow I had just purchased a phone. I just got a phone last
Oh,
week.
okay.
I don't know what happened, if this was his phone number before. Or
Weird.
Or if he got a different phone number. But my name's Russ Wagner.
And you don't own that property, huh?
No, I live, someone else called me about it earlier. I know Dayton's south of me. I'm probably about 3 hours from there, but
Gotcha.
I live up close to Erie, Pennsylvania, so I'm not even really close.
No problem. I will skip trace it and get the correct number. Sorry to bother you.
No, what was the guy's last name? You said George.
I have it right here. It's Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this works with phone numbers. One night they give him a call and say, hey, some guy George, you're trying to find him. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's super weird. Unless, you know what else I was thinking is, what if like he really, because we get forums of people that want to sell their house. I'm an investor, so I'm always looking to buy some property. And what if his like number's almost like yours, and when he was doing the forum, he like typed one number off or something.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
It might be coincidence, because I just went with I used to have Verizon, and now I have AT&T. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but like I said,
You're probably annoyed.
No, it's not annoying. It's just funny because you said George Hughes. I just talked to someone, was it yesterday or earlier? I think it was yesterday, and someone answered the phone saying George, and I'm like, no.
So weird. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll see if I can get that fixed for you as well, because I'm actually friends with the owner of the company that generates the leads for the investors. So I'll see if he can maybe update the phone number or something so you don't keep getting calls.
That's okay. It's no biggie. It's just weird when they call it say George, and I'm like, no, this isn't George.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right. Well, have a good night.
You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So when I skip trace the address, I get Zach Armstrong. So let me actually pull up. Let me see if it says, okay, yep, that's the address. And then let me do this real quick, guys. I'm gonna run it through Deal Sauce and see who says the owner, who's the owner of the property. That way we can go from there. Okay, let's see. What? Okay, you guys. So the the actual lead that I bought says George. Then when I look it up on True People Search, it says Zach. So George Armstrong, Zach Armstrong. And now when I look it up on when I look it up on Deal Sauce, it says Suzanne Armstrong. So last thing, I'm gonna go to Property Checker and look up deed, because now I'm a little confused. And then we'll go from there. Let's see what it says. Right there. Okay, let's see. I'm actually excited to see this. We have located multiple parcels. Okay, so let's just do that one, I guess. See what happens. Maybe like their family owns individual parcels or something. That one's Suzanne's. That one's George's. That one's Zach. They all live on the road. All right, let's see what this says. I'm very excited to see what. I'm going to look up George. We're going to go back to True People Search. And I'm going to do it this way. Or, you know what I could probably do is scroll down to people known. Yep, George Armstrong right here. Okay, I got his number. Let's see if it's the same thing. It's not. All right, let's see if we can do this. Hey, Siri. Call 937. We can try Suzanne as well. Suzanne has the same number. I think this is a landline. Yep, it is. Let's try their cell phone. That's what I'm going to do.
Telephone number 678.
All right, I don't know. Let's just try the next one. So somebody didn't get through on this one. This one's Sally. Where's this? This one. Come on, we're gonna get a good conversation before I end the night. We have to. It'd really be nice if I could just get a contract tonight. Maybe I'll just buy a couple more leads.
Been forwarded to an automated voice.
Okay, then. I guess. Start time to charm.
Has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
All right, let's just buy a couple more leads. That's what I say we do. Let's see. What time is it? It's almost 8. We're good. We can buy one more. St. Louis. We have Charlotte, North Carolina. That's a good one. Tenant occupied 1 month. Final financial reasons. Yes, they own the property. No, it's also sold 2 to 5 years. I like that. I love that. Homeowner is open to receiving an offer and indicated they generally sell 1 property per year as part of management. No, get out of here. We don't care about that. Let's see. What county is this? So I might have a buyer for this one. The homeowner is looking to sell property in order to move and is open to closing as soon as possible. The property is a 3-unit building, currently tenant occupied with a mix of 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. The owner disclosed the property as being in good condition and did not mention any repairs or major issues. No pressing concerns or challenges were brought up beyond the desire for a smooth, prompt transaction. All right, I gotta see what County this is in. What county? Oops, okay. That is in Riverside County. So how close is it to Queens and King and another one? All right, we'll just keep moving because I don't know if, well, no, wait, it might be. It's gotta be. Well, where's, I don't know. Let me send this to somebody and just see if they buy in that area, because this is that reverse wholesaling method, right? You don't want contracts just not closing because you don't have buyers. So it is really good to buy leads that you have buyers in, or at least be able to partner with somebody that can, you know, get buyers easily. I'm live right now, but I can check it out in a bit. Okay, wait, he circled it. So let's see if it's in that right area. Where is that? Where did he circle? Springdale. I see Springfield. Can it be the same? No. I know it's not the same, guys. I'm just kidding. Where's Pittsfield in this? I don't see it. Blackwood. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. I think the reason why I'm not finding what I'm looking for is because that is Long Island, and I'm trying to find it on something that's not Long Island. That would be it, wouldn't it? Yep, that would be it. That's the reason, Ashley. But how far is it from Long Island? I think it's kind of, is it kind of close? No, no, no. I mean, New York's big, you guys. Like, okay, so I'm gonna pass on that one, I guess. And I don't want to spend that much time trying to figure out if I want a dang lead or not. Like, that shouldn't have taken that long. So I apologize. I truly do. But you guys know that Yuri will get very mad at me if I do not read everything about it. And if you don't know, you know. And you saw. And you know what I'm talking about. This one might be a good one. China Grove. I don't really know much about China Grove, but vacant and has been on for about 40 years. They indicated that the house mainly needs cosmetic updates rather than major repairs related to blah, 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 blah. The property is fully paid off and not listed, and the homeowner did not specify a price, preferring to wait for an offer. There were no pressing challenges. Yeah, we'll pass on that one. Okay. Well, maybe this is where we just end our night. If anybody has any questions or anything that I can answer, go ahead and throw them in the comments and I will look in just a moment. This is a duplex in Chicago, Illinois. This isn't bad, right? The homeowner is open to selling a 2-unit building that has been used for storage. for about 12 years and is currently vacant. The entire property requires a full rehab. Ooh, I kind of like that. Full rehab with no recent updates. Mention the homeowner indicated preference for a closing time frame of about 40 days. I can do that to allow time for removing for blah, 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 blah. I kind of like this one. I think we're going to get it. Yeah, I do like it. Let's do it. Let's try it. I don't know why I'm whispering. That'd be really cool if I could get a contract tonight. Seriously. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Okay. This is the last one for the night. And then it's a night to go cook. Let's do this. La la. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That's how I warm up to call my leads. Totally kidding. Mr. Theodoro? I think. You guys tell me. Well, not like you can talk to me. Jeez. Never mind. I'm pretty sure it's Theodoro. Let's ask. How do I pronounce this? Theodoro. Theodoro. No, that sounds so stupid. Give me a voice thing. How to pronounce this name? I just told you guys I wasn't going to take all this time. I'm sorry. I got it.
Pronouncenames.com.
Teodoro.
No, that's not. No, there's an H in it. I didn't spell it wrong. It's not even here. Like, nothing's spelled the way I wrote it. I'm just going to write, it's Theodoro. It's Theodoro. That's what I'm doing. That's what it is, and that's what it is, and that's what I'm doing.
Hello.
Hi, is this Mr. Theodoro? Oh, well, hello. My name is Ashley. I'm actually calling because I'm very, very interested in your property over on West Cortez Street.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Are you selling?
Yeah, it's for sale.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm very, very interested and just wanted to talk to you a little bit about it. I see that it needs a rehab, huh?
It needs a complete rehab.
Okay, that's my kind of building.
You buy it like it is.
I can do that. I absolutely can do that. That's the way I love to buy them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 2 flats.
Okay.
It's 2 apartments, 1 garage.
Okay.
That's it. You got it. Altogether, it's 5 bedrooms.
Okay.
He did a complete rehab. The city of Chicago, he needed to make it rehab.
Okay. Okay. So I do see that you need at least a month to get your you've been using it for storage, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I use it for storage.
Perfect. Would you need any help getting this stuff out? Because I can have a team help.
First, I have to figure out how much I sell it? You have to put a deposit.
Yes, I can do all that. I'm wanting to make sure you're okay first because I actually care.
You see, I can't move a spot out before I do all this.
And I understand that. I understand that.
I have to give it to my lawyer, the contract.
I advise that. Yep. Okay. Yeah, no, I advise all of that. I'm just trying to make sure that you're okay if you needed time to, because this is also a time thing for me, right? Like I'm an investor. We buy properties and we buy a certain amount every quarter. And I'm trying to make, my amount that we do. We do flips and we do all kinds of different things. So I guess what I'd like to ask you, what are you looking to get for it?
I look for 250.
250. Okay.
You get it with the blueprints together.
What was that?
I got the blueprints. It's already.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay.
See, you have to put a your contractor to put his numbers in there and to get the permits.
Yeah. So how long has it been vacant? How long has it been vacant?
12 years.
12 years. Okay. I'm just trying to estimate like what the repair cost would be because it needs a full rehab, a full gut rehab.
Depends on what kind of stuff you're gonna put in.
Well, yeah, and it honestly is gonna probably be as basic as it can be because it's gonna be a rental. So nothing too high end. How's the roof and like the actual structure itself? Is there any work or damage around anything?
No, you have to make a tack point. You have to make anything you want to update the building. You know, visual the building.
What's the square footage of the building? Do you know about what it is?
I know the lot is 125 by, I think it is a city lot. All right. It's, the building, I think, is 65 by 25. I think so. I'm not sure.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Okay.
In the blueprints, you have everything say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out because that kind of gives me an idea of what I gotta estimate for repairs.
Why you don't send us somebody to see it?
I'm sorry, what was that?
If you want to open the house, I can open the house. You can have the see the building.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would love to. I just want to make sure that we're in the same ballpark because I don't want to waste your time. You know what I mean? Have you?
Like I say, everybody got a different test, different doors, different floors, different stuff in there.
Absolutely. Have you?
In the time you go to the store, you buy different dresses. You don't buy dresses, right?
Of course, obviously. Come on. I know that. I'm just have you been getting a lot of offers?
I get a different offers. I'm in the bad hunt to sell a building.
Yeah. So you're not getting anything that you want?
You see, the time I bought the building 4 years ago, it is crack house in there.
Yeah. I mean, and when they're vacant, it doesn't help.
In the area now we changing Hobo Park.
Yeah. Well,
you got a lot of different places around.
okay. Just bear with me. I'm trying to just pull up some records so I can see if I can get the square footage. Because what would you say? Like, how big are the apartments? Are they 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms?
So upstairs we got a 2.5. Downstairs we got a 2.
Okay.
You got a living room, a kitchen. All right, and a washroom.
What floors?
The second floor we got a 2.5, and the first floor we got a 2 bedrooms. It's the same like upstairs. Why you got the stair inside? If you want to make it bigger.
This guy bought this property for $10,000 in 2012.
Make it bigger upstairs.
Okay. So
many different options.
Yeah.
Different options. You buy it to rent it is different options.
Of course. Yeah. Okay, so I just found something that said the property is 1,898 square feet. Do you think that sounds accurate?
I don't listen to me. I have to check my blueprint. Yeah, thank you.
No problem. I just didn't know if you knew a roundabout. That's okay. I don't need exact. I'm just doing a rough estimate anyways. So no worries.
Like I said, I got a brand new blueprint where I have to put it at the city hall for payment myself.
Yeah.
If you find it, you got blueprints together.
Okay. Let me just do this. Oops. All right. So, I mean, honestly, I'm trying to figure out. I would say that I'm probably, if it needs a full gut rehab, I'm probably looking at anywhere between 150 to 200K rehab.
You need a new plumbing, new electrical, new everything.
Yep. So I just don't want to waste your time, Mr. Theodoro. So, I mean, I'd be interested in buying it and closing in 30, 40 days or however much time you need to get the stuff out. I'm very, very flexible and open to that. I think 250 is too high because it needs a lot of work. If it needs electrical and everything, I can't get into it and lose money. So I'll give you an offer right now. Just give me one I'm just calculating a couple more things. I just want to make sure because I want to give you my highest offer that I can. Of course, I'm not in it to win my life savings here. I want to be fair and just want to create a win-win for both of us.
Listen to me. The one thing I'm going to tell you, no, yes, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you think that I'm going to ask you this. Do you think that, because I put about 150K of rehab, would you say that's probably right?
Like I told you, depends what kind of stuff you're going to put in.
I'm not talking about the kind of stuff. Let's talk basics. If we got to do electrical, plumbing, all of that, that's basics.
150,000, you will spend it. To be complete.
You think that's about right?
120, 140, depends.
Okay. So I'm looking at comps right now, just so you know, because I want you to know what I'm looking at. Some of the recent sales in your area, they 325. I see 330.
Listen, the next door building is only 3 years ago for 370.
Yeah, but the market was also better 3 years ago too. It's right now, the market it's dropped a little bit. And I'm being honest with you. And I'd have your lawyer look at if we come to an agreement. I'd have your lawyer look at it. Everything I tell you is true. It seems like the market's been pretty steady in your area. I live in New England. We do deals all over. New England houses have dropped a little bit. The market looks like it might be going up in your area, actually, which isn't bad. Nope, it's steady. There we go. Okay. So I mean, I think with everything said and done, if I put 120, 150K into the property, I think like it would be probably worth about 350.
You're not gonna sell it 350. You're gonna sell it for two flats building there, like probably go 450 to 500.
No, I don't see anything that high.
Like a mine, so.
Yeah.
Listen, I know the area for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been an advertise a Kimball before. I love that area by business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, yeah.
Like a mine, hey, I'll buy it for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna contact myself. All right.
I mean, it needs a lot of work. It's just tough.
Hey, listen, depends on people you hire. You need a lot of work.
So I know that you've gotten some investors calling you recently. What have their offers been?
A lot of investors are calling me. That's why I don't have a lot to sell it yet. That's why I put a blueprint to get a permit myself.
Mm.
All right.
Are you open to doing something creative? Are you open to maybe doing something a little creative?
You've been open on it. I tell you. You've been open, I tell you.
What if I could do this? What if I could come in and rehab the place, and while I'm rehabbing it, you sell or finance it to me during that time, and you give me literally 6 months to get the project done. And after that 6 months, I'll get it on the market and sell it and then pay you off.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
No?
No.
Well, what about taking, I could do, what about 170 in 30 days? 170 in 30 days.
I got already 200, 500.
I would take it. I would take it. Make sure they're legit though, because trust me, I'm in the game, Mr. Theodoro, and I know how it works. And there's a lot of times you'll have investors. I'm just being straightforward with you, and I'm giving you a very honest offer because, and I'm just trying to think of something creative in my head where I could give you more, but it doesn't make sense for me to come in there and pay. I mean, that's actually I wasn't even going to go that high, to be honest with you. I'm being really honest. I was going to give you a lower offer than that, but I am very interested. I still need to check out the property if you do want to work with me. But I mean, that's something I could get you in 30 days in your pocket with nothing taken out of it. And I'm the real deal. I do deals all the time around there. I've done several, so just be careful with who you work with because I do know some investors will string you along.
Hey, listen to me. It's not easy. I'm 76 years old. I know the market. Yeah, I haven't another business before.
Yep.
You know, so why you don't give me 2 weeks? Yeah, I tell you. What I can do. All right.
So you want me to give you a call back?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
All right. I'll check in with you in a couple weeks. But in the meantime, are you on a cell phone? Are you on a cell phone or a landline?
No.
Cell phone. So what I'm gonna do when I hang up with you, I'm gonna send you my card so you can see who I am. And then we can go from there. Okay, and I'll call you in a couple weeks, okay? All right. It was lovely talking to you. Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye. Yeah, that place is not worth. When it's all fixed up, there's no way in heck it would go for 500,000. It just wouldn't. I know it won't. There's literally zero comps. Hey, I'm ending the live in just a moment and I'll call you, okay? All right, bye. So oops, I didn't mean, I just pocket dialed him. Shoot. Hold on, guys. Just give me 1 second. I'll tell you guys what I'm telling you. I'll tell you what I was going to tell you in just a second. Let me just send him this, my card real quick. There's no room for an investor to even come in and pay 200 and whatever he just said. Like, think of it this way. I'm already 170 is too high. My cash offer over here says 92,000. The reason why I came a little higher is because I'm doing a blind offer and I really would like to get it, but I would have, if he would have wanted to do it, I would have told him that. I would have said, listen, I don't know if I can even be this high. I still have to see the property. It's in a great area. It's a pretty hopping area from what I'm seeing. And there are properties like that are selling, and they're, when I say fixed up, they're like averagely fixed up. They're like painted and like that's it. I mean, like you could tell it's old cabinets painted. And there was the highest one for like 375, which I think his could absolutely go for that, all fixed up. I don't know where he's seeing the 450, 500, but either way, I will follow up with him. I do have buyers in the area. Super lovely talking to you. This is my personal cell phone number. Please feel free to reach out anytime. I will. So what I was, so when I did it, when I put it in my novation calculator, you guys, so 170 was a novation number. So is somebody going to be like, well, why would you give him that as a cash offer? I think there was room to do a novation and talk him into it. And honestly, if I had to go lower as a cash offer after I saw the place, I'd be like, listen, I can stick with the 170 if you don't mind giving me a little bit. But if you need it now, it's got to be here because and I will tell them why. If you can educate the seller why you need to be here and show them comps, if they can see why you're at that number rather than just giving them a low ball, it's a lot better. He sounds like a guy that if you educated him on why and showed him, then it would definitely be a lot easier, you know. William, I'm not selling a calculator. The reason why I haven't just given it out for free to everyone, and when I say free, like just meaning give it out to everyone, is because I like to keep it as you know, like an add-on when you come to this course, or when, you know, so when everyone did I think it was just the challenge for Yuri, the challenge. So Caesar did Wednesday, I did Thursday, and on Thursday I gave a handout of my comping cheat sheet and the novation calculator. So I'm also, if you're in school, I'm doing a course right in there in the iSpeedToLeaders. So you'll see AG Creative Real Estate, and it'll be me going like this. Calculator right here. Just kidding. Oh my, I'm so tired. What am I doing? All right, guys. On that note, much love to you guys. I absolutely love getting up here and going live for you guys and trying to bring as much value to you guys as I can. Let me just make sure that he's all set with me. And well, I'm just gonna end it, but everything's all set. Just wanted you to know. Okay, So you guys please go check out all of the packages they're doing. And if you guys haven't submitted your calls on the closers bowl, just do it. Like, I don't even care if the conversations you think it's bad. You never know. And they're giving away $25,000, so why wouldn't you? So definitely submit your calls. It's super simple. You just go to the link. Let me get the link for you guys. Hold on. I got the link right here. Okay, right here. So if you guys click on this link right here, I'm gonna give you guys a couple links, okay? So this is the closers bowl. Hold on. Sorry, guys. So that link is the closers bowl. So that's where you can scroll down, submit your call. No one's gonna hear it besides Yuri. Like, so it's fine. And who knows? You may win. And then I'm also gonna give you guys if you still haven't joined iSpeedToLead and made an account, I'm giving you guys my referral code, which is amazing because they'll put $100 in your account. I am one of their top affiliates. I mean, RJ Bates has way more affiliates than me. I've just been an affiliate for a while. I don't have a ton of affiliates, but they put you in like when you first start doing the affiliate program, I think like you can give like $25, and then it's like 50, and then 100. So it's like you got to work your way up to the 100. So with that said, anybody who uses my referral code will get $100 in their account. Okay. And then if you have not joined their iSpeedToLeaders, which is where I'll be putting the calculator, then you need to join. And I advise you use my code or you don't get the calculator. I'm just kidding. I'll still give you the calculator. It's okay. But if you want to support me, then use my link. So this is the school link right here. And honestly, there's a shit ton of value in school, like so much. And I've said it, and I'm going to say it again. If you're a newer investor and you're trying to learn the game, you need a community. And communities is where you can bring buyers and lenders and everyone together. Like when you know people, that's when you can get your deals at the finish line and find a buyer and maybe find hard money, maybe find a transactional lender, whatever the case may be. Like if you can have it all in one place, that's game. Like that's what you need. I can tell you this right now, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. It would have been so difficult if I hadn't joined a community. I actually wouldn't be where I am right now if I hadn't joined a community. And this isn't me pitching to you to join Sub2 or anything. If you want to, go for it. I don't have a referral code for that right now. I got to make one because my old one doesn't work for some apparent reason. But if you're interested, just reach out to me. You can private message me. So my Instagram, if you guys wouldn't mind giving me a follow and supporting, that would be freaking amazing. This is my Instagram. Other than that, I appreciate all of you. And no, I have not put the calculator there right now. I am working on, I'm working on my whole course. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. And I'm trying to also get more tools to put in my course for you guys. So I'm trying. My whole thing is like I have enough to release my course to you guys now, but I'm so dang picky and I just want it to be the shit and super valuable that I'm like, and I also want it to be unique and different. I'm like, how can I be unique, different, offer something that other people haven't offered? So it's like one of those things. Like I sometimes need to just relax and be like, yeah, it's good enough. Like do it. But I'm just like, I'm very hard on myself, and this is why it would take me an hour to paint, not an hour, it would take me like 2 days, just 2 days. But like, it would take me like an hour to pick a color. I used to be a painter. So, it would take me like an hour to pick a color and everything. And if I had like one little spot, it would be like sanding, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. I want to make sure everything's perfect. And sometimes I need to not focus on that so much because it does go into my work. But, yeah, that's about it, guys. Much love. If there's anything I can do for you guys, just reach out to me on Instagram. Other than that, submit your calls so we can go live together. I would love to see you up here. Let's call together. Let's call together. Plus, iSpeedToLead, they give you some money to come up here. So all you have to do is submit a call, and then you come up here and they give you some money. Like, why wouldn't you do that? It doesn't even make any sense. That's like game right there. Like, you can literally call leads for free. So yeah, they give you some bonus cash and you get to come up here and you get to hang out with us. And I'd love to see you guys. I like to see faces in person. Well, I know it's not in person, but you know, virtually. I can't really see your guys' face through the comments. So other than that, go check out the packages I got to go. Bye, guys.